music, radio, and podcasts.
It's always tips at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to this HOA story. Those are always fun in just a moment here. I was going to say Sabrina doesn't like HOAs, but I just think you could put everybody in that sentence. Like, I don't know many people who I've talked to and they're like, God, I love my HOA.
And if they said that, ask them, oh, so you're the president.
Yeah, right. Are you on the board? Yes. Okay. That makes more sense. As a matter of fact, I think somebody emailed the show one time after there was a bad story about HOAs, and they said, they're not all bad. And they went on this long defense of HOAs, and then at the end it was like, I'm the president of my HOA. Or they were on the HOA. There was some kind of connection they had there. We'll get to that story in just a moment. RFK Jr., who exploded. A lot of people connected with this guy.
Rest in peace.
For various reasons. You know what? I wouldn't be blown away by the headline RFK Jr. exploded because we got bears in Central Park. We got whales.
The whale head.
Whale head cut off, allegedly.
Brainworms and eating a dog, maybe?
Eating a dog, question mark. We got all kinds of great, wild stories attached to this man who's just living a very interesting life. And he popped out. Some people thought, I like what he's saying. It's resonating with me. I'm into it. And some people, obviously didn't like him as well. But now the latest thing I've heard him kind of ranting about was surprising to me because I haven't heard that many people talking about this as of late. And RFK Jr. is saying, look, if Trump gets elected and he heads into the office for 2024, let me tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going to crack down on chemtrails. It's over under my administration or the Trump administration and me kind of being a partner to them. It's over. No more chemtrails. It's not happening any longer. And I was really surprised because I haven't heard anybody bitching about chemtrails in a super long time, mostly because I guess I don't hang out with those types of people. But there used to be a guy right by, maybe they still live there. Tell me, folks who are listening in West Palm Beach, all of our friends on Real Radio 92.1, that station in particular.
There's a known chemtrail guy in West Palm.
Oh, big time. I don't know if he's still there, which is the question that I have for everybody. Because this guy used to. Where's my West Palm clip? I lose this every single time I'm going to look for it. Yeah, I don't know why I don't have that anymore. I'll try to find it for West Palm friends. Oh, here it is. There we go.
Wait for it.
I remember back in the day, every day I would drive by the airport with my parents. I looked over and there was a wooden sign about chemtrails by the airport. And this guy lived, no kidding, straight across the street from the airport.
God, that must have sucked to be his neighbor.
Oh, my God. This guy was so focused on chemtrails. They're poisoning people. It's a terrible menace to society. The planes are poisoning the citizens of this country. I wonder if that guy is still out there with the sign, still protesting the airport.
Imagine died by chemtrail.
Finally got him. No matter what kills him, he's going to think it's a chemtrail. You know that as well as I do. If he gets cancer, it's cancer from the chemtrails. Anything else happens, chemtrail, all the way down to chemtrails every single time if this ends up happening. But I hadn't heard anybody bitching about that in a long time. And he's like, we're going to stop this. We are going to put a stop to this. This is a high priority for us. So folks who are worried about that, there you go. Help is on the way very, very soon here. Okay, Celia, do we get this ironed out or we just...
It's a Band-Aid, but it's up.
Oh, you got something temporary going on?
Cool.
All right. Okay, I believe in you. I believe
At
in
the
you.
expense of one of my screens.
Oh, how could they?
It's absolute... bullshit. Bullshit.
Dang.
That's a tough one to say. You really got to walk the wire on that. All right, let's talk about this HOA and then get over to you and your dispatches today. In South Carolina, beautiful South Carolina, place called Murrells Inlet, which I'm not familiar with, but I'm sure it's nice. They said friendly games between kids have turned into ugly fights between adults in one South Strand neighborhood.
What a surprise.
After some kids were ordered to stop playing sports in a grass common area.
Now go and get.
It says, it makes me extremely angry, says one of the residents. This might be it. They sucked at sports when they were kids, said one of the residents. On Tuesday, several parents in the neighborhood said they didn't understand why others are against their kids playing outside while supervised in a common area. The best way to parent my kids is allowing them to be outside, be healthy, be active, and frankly, it's not fair for me and my kids. Okay, pause button. Let's hit pause on this because we have to talk about something. We have all on this show discussed how there's a major problem with younger people right now getting outside. And I forgot how long the study said, but it was a jarring number, the limited amount of outside time kids are spending. Was it like 3 minutes or something? It was really
It was less than 10.
Yeah, it was almost nothing. When we had all, and this is not like old people stuff, we had all commiserated that not that long ago, you would get home from school and you would get on your bike and you would go play with your friends. You would walk to a friend's house.
Now that I live on a cul-de-sac and like it feels like more neighborhoody than my old location, just because like I didn't know a whole lot of people.
Hi, neighbor.
And then my neighbors that I already knew moving in, they know everybody. Like they know all the people's names and they know their little quirks and they're like, oh, watch out for that one. She likes to dance. And but I have a next door neighbor whose kid just plays like street hockey in the street. Like almost every day.
By himself?
No, the dad's out there, like, hanging out with him and like tossing him the ball and stuff like that.
Someone tell the dad he could just shut the power off to the whole house?
That's what you do.
I see him with the stopwatch to see how long they can hug each other. But
these are for pro parenting PSAs that have aired on the station. By the way,
I'm like, am I gonna have to do that? Is Jack gonna come home and want to play outside all day?
Yeah,
yes, you got to do that.
I want to play inside though.
No, it's not for long. It's only for a little bit.
This is what my parents did. So I feel like it's parental advice. You have to have 2 to 3 other children, and then you just send them outside to play with each other.
No.
God, that's a long game you're playing there.
This is not like when
you close a gate, you have a big backyard, and you're just like, it's a free range parenting.
This is not like when I convinced my my parents when we were getting a cat, we were getting a kitten. And we were just going to leave her sister behind. And I was like, no, we need to get 2 cats so they have, somebody to play with. So they have company. And it worked. And we ended up with 2 cats. That's not happening with the babies. This is the first time you've mentioned
having cats.
Yeah.
You've mentioned Bongo a whole bunch.
He hated the cats.
Cats were way before. Cats are fine. I love the cats.
How long did they live for?
Long time. I don't know. They were old AF. And they were incontinent. I never told you about. I never told you about the end of the cat's life.
No,
that's not the freezer cat, is it?
No. Okay. That was my friend. That was my best friend in high school. No, at the end, my dad had taken the cats, and he said that they were incontinent. They were peeing. They didn't know it, and it was time. And so my dad he called me and he told me about it, and I agreed. Yes, it's time to to put down the cats. And so then he dispatched. I don't even know if he was married yet. No, he wasn't. He dispatched his girlfriend, who is now my stepmom, to take these cats and have them put down. And she was made to feel like a complete ass for doing so. They're like, you can do this and that to help. And she's like, yeah. My dad, didn't even do it himself. They weren't her cats really. And then, but when he did it, because he got the okay from me, and then he just did it. And then so the next time I was at my dad's house, I went looking for the cats because I thought it was going to be the last.
You approved their euthanization.
I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have enough time to like see them for the last time. These cats that I've known all my life, and nope. He's like, yeah, you didn't notice.
Celine, you were like, who's the guy? I think it's from like Roman times, where there was the guy who would have his thumb out, and then they would be like. Was it Caesar? Caesar? If Caesar did the thumbs up, you lived. If Caesar did the thumbs down, it was like mutilate that person. C-Lane was that for those. Well,
I had my
cats.
thumb up for the longest time. I didn't think my dad wanted those cats as long as he had them, but he kept them because of me. And then when I finally, when he finally explained,
kill him, Dad.
Finally explained that they were sick, I was like, okay, I guess it's time. And then I didn't even get to say goodbye. He was as soon as I said it's time, he just like threw them in the car and said, go,
Dad. God, man.
So this story about this HOA is so stupid to me. We want these kids to go outside. We want them to play outside. If you're in a neighborhood and there's a field and the kids in the neighborhood want to go throw around a football or like play some baseball out there and you're against that, What a weirdo. What an absolute weirdo you are if that impacts you in any way. Like, I couldn't even imagine there's a feel. Like, imagine in the park that's not too far from my house. Every day I walk by and I'm like, no, the kids are playing flag football again.
Go on, get it.
Why would I ever give a damn?
Because people are weird like that. There's also people that give a damn if there's sidewalk chalk, the chalk that comes off when it rains.
Yes,
and
right.
I've seen several viral videos where someone's like just spraying it down, like, this makes the neighborhood look like crap. Like, stay inside. You're the one that should not go outside anymore.
I don't know what you do about this, but so often it seems to be attached to these like HOA types. And they said it's just kids in the community playing, and kids getting together is not organized. It's not an organized sport. The only thing about it is these 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds saying, hey, you want to go play with football? So I guess the neighborhood was saying you're not allowed to have organized sports, but they're just a bunch of kids playing, which is what you used to do. What's
unorganized sport?
It's just a bunch of friends hanging out doing their thing and being stopped by the HOA because stupid. That's why. The stupid is the answer to this gigantic question. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on with you. Parents are not doing well, according to this new study that's out that we need to discuss. And we'll toss this around and see what everybody thinks about it. But really, they say parents are at their wits' end. Are you, and why is this happening? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Yeah, you got to get them a rampon.
Anyway.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's on-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive intersection backups where John Young Parkway meets Vine Street. Slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike southbound just past the beach line there, and delays on I-4 eastbound approaching Lee Road, State Road 423. The on-ramp from Saxon Boulevard to I-4 eastbound, that is partially blocked due to an accident. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Get a Sleepy's Queen mattress at the lowest price ever, just $89.99. Offer ends Tuesday. In-store pickup only. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm during their Labor Day sale.
Want a Big Green Egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassie's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set your Big Green Egg up so that you're cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your Big Green Egg today.
Renewal by Andersen is having their end of summer sale, and it's hotter than the Florida sun, and that's saying something. Renewal by Andersen's windows combine chic design with custom-built craftsmanship, providing impact resistance against Florida's extreme weather, which is more important than ever now that we're in the midst of the hurricane season, especially if you live on Florida's coast. Plus, everything is made in the USA. Now through August 31st, receive $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, zero money down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today and be one of the first 50 callers and receive a free True Scene screen upgrade. Again, visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
Hundreds of pre-owned vehicles are closeout priced, all makes and models, during the Labor Day used car closeout at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Plus, get a $500 Visa gift card with purchase through Monday. Come see us or click OrlandoNissan.com. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Racetrack's here for whatever gets you going. Like when you've been working nonstop, on the road and on the go like you do it for a living. 'Cause you do. Then there's the company softball game. Boom, you're there. Walking the dog. Pow, he's a happy boy. Coffee with dad. Definitely gonna make that happen. You've got it in the bag. Just one quick stop at Racetrack and you're still the favorite son. Because you've always got time to share a coffee with someone special. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Kevin Sorbo here, and I have an important message to share. If you owe the IRS back taxes, they can garnish your wages and levy your bank accounts. They can even seize your retirement or take your home. Tax Network USA is A+ rated and has saved over $500 million for their clients. Whether you owe a few thousand or a few million, they can help you.
Call Tax Network USA at 800-728-2000 or visit tnusa.com. That's 800-728-2000 or visit tnusa.com.
Between the lines,
far beyond legal and ethical limits,
and under the surface,
too dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We've officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events.
Is somebody messing with us?
Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two or four. You're listening.
For all the parents out there, that includes you, C-Lane, and I forget from time to time that I'm a parent.
I don't have a kid. Oh, sorry.
I am actually, I have a son who's in his 20s and doing great. Still working at that vape shop. Still doing his thing. He's working on next steps, though. He's piecing some things together. He's working on what he wants to do with his life.
Owning his own vape shop.
That's around the age I did it, too. Like, I was in my early 20s, like 22, 23, and I said, well, what am I going to do and how am I going to do it?
I want to be a news junkie.
And then, yes, C-Lane, I started thinking about, like, hey, do I want to do this? I want to do radio, and started working down that path. I was already in radio at that point, but I was kind of wondering, how am I going to do this and what do I want to do? You have those inflection points, I think. And, yeah, anyways, as a parent, he's great, very good kid, always been a good kid, super smart and all that. But I'm not in the category with these folks, certainly, who are at their wits' end, so much so that the Surgeon General has had to come out and say, we've got a problem here. And the New York Times has a story about this today. It says the stress and mental health challenges faced by parents, just like loneliness, workplace well-being, and the impacts of social media on youth mental health, aren't always visible, but they can take a steep toll. It's time to recognize they constitute a serious public health concern for our country. They keep doing this. The Surgeon General is weird, man. I don't know what's going on.
The same guy from COVID, right?
I don't think so. I don't know who is the Surgeon General right now. Hang on, let me look that up. Because the Surgeon General right now is constantly coming out with these weird things that are very vague, that are the next big issue that we're facing. Okay, this guy, he looks familiar. His name is Vivek Murthy, is the dude who is right now the Surgeon General. And they're saying we've got a crisis, a public health concern for our country. Parents are at their wits' end. And you go, okay, it's not very actionable. I need something more like,
Wits end and public health crisis.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like should not be hand in hand.
Right. Yeah.
Wits end is typically, let's go back to the drawing board here. Public health crisis is like, we are not okay. And so,
you got to shut it down. Go like a lockdown or something.
I'm no parent, though. Sorry.
I feel like parents are always at their wits' end sometimes. I know always and sometimes in the same sentence doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel like it's always the case that parents from time to time go into the phase of being at their wits' end. And then they see their kid do something cute and they're like, oh. Like, Celine, I'm sure there's been moments with Jackson where you go, oh, God, you're killing me, buddy. What do you got going here?
Sometimes. Usually it's when he just wants to grab everything. And I'm like, bud, you got to stop grabbing stuff.
Grabbing.
Yeah, at least he doesn't have colic or any of those other things. Knock on all the woods.
No.
You know how it could be for some of these parents. They said a recent study by the American Psychological Association revealed that 48% of parents say most days their stress is completely overwhelming. So almost half of them say completely overwhelming, compared with 26% of other adults who say the same. So if you missed the point there, people without kids, only 26% of them say they're totally overwhelmed by stress. But those of you with kids, half of you are like, I'm freaking out here. This is getting really bad right now. They said they're navigating traditional hardships of parenting and worrying about money and safety, struggling to get enough sleep, all of that stuff, as well as new stressors like fear about the future. Stress is tougher to manage when you feel you're on your own, which is why it's particularly concerning that so many parents, single parents most of all, report feeling lonelier than other adults. So all around, they say parents aren't doing well. So we want to open it up for you today. Parents, how you doing?
You okay?
Yeah, is everything going okay out there? I want to hear from you parents. What's going on? What's the stress level out? What's happening with your kids? What's the worst thing they've done recently? Get it off your chest. We are here for you to vent to us to feel better about this moving forward. Tell us why your kid is terrible in one dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'd love to hear that from you right now. All right, let's go work in some of these that have been headed through for a while. And one is about HOA, a good HOA story. Is this true? Here's Flip with a dispatch.
So about a year and a half ago, my family and I moved into a neighborhood with a kind of a low-key, laid-back HOA. And it's great. They, take care of the things they should and don't worry about the things that shouldn't be worried about. And so it's been great. But as far as the kids playing in my neighborhood, the neighborhood is predominantly an older neighborhood with a bunch of elderly folks.
That's a problem sometimes.
When we moved in and saw that we had a 10-year-old, and there's a couple other families in the neighborhood that have small kids, they were just so happy to hear the kids playing and seeing them out playing. And now, like, all the old people come out and sit on their porches and just watch the kids play and listen to them scream at each other and yell at each other and cause huge scenes when my little asshole son tells me no when he's supposed to come in. But, so, yeah, I'm one of the weird ones that has an HOA that's pretty cool.
That, strangely enough, was a parenting story as well that Flip was telling us.
I want to know how much he pays for HOA now. Like,
oh, God.
What goes...
$1 is too much.
Like, does he pay a lot, though, and that's why they're cool? Or is it a reasonable, and that is a very loose word for HOA fees?
I think
a decent fee, and that means they're chill.
It could be something really simple, and we all know how this can go. Sometimes it's just about who ends up being your neighbor.
Yeah.
Because if you get lucky, it's truly a roll of the dice. And you have no idea. Like when I first bought my place, some of you might have heard that when we went to purchase the place, the entire other side of the street there's like 3 or 4 houses over there. All this property, one whole side of a street, 3 or 4 houses. They were old and dilapidated. You could have blown one of them down probably. I mean, they were nasty nightmare, spooky looking houses.
I huffed and I puffed.
Couldn't get it down. But they were really bad.
I couldn't get it up.
And when I would drive by the road, in fact, when we first went to visit the house one time, Courtney and I go, let's walk down there because we were living downtown in a high rise. So we're walking down the road, and I remember very vividly at that time, I go, oh, this is so far from downtown. I could never live here. I was just being a little bitch about how far the walk was.
That's a pretty far walk, though, bud.
It's not that bad. ride. We've walked downtown many times now. We've walked from here to downtown in 15 minutes or something. It doesn't take too long, maybe 20 minutes. But I was crying about it then just because it was going to be something new. And we see this old couple. Yeah. They had to be in their 90s. I am not kidding you. And they are outside of the spooky house, one of the spooky houses, in their wheelchairs. Both of them are in their wheelchairs. And this old couple, they're throwing things at each other and yelling at each other. The guy's like, "You dumb whore," and she's yelling at him, and "Yeah, you're a jerk," and they're tossing things at each other. And we go and look at the house. We're like,
we've been married for 70 years.
Oh, yeah. This is the product of a long, long marriage that truly should have ended way before they died. And I remember going inside, and then we walk back by, and they're still out there, and they're yelling at each other. I go, God, if we get this house, we have to have these weird old people across the street that are fighting all the time. I looked it up. The cops were called on them tons of times. Just constantly, this old man and this old woman are strangling each other out in front of their house, just sitting in the sun. And we bought the house, and we move in, get everything in, and I was looking across the street, and I go, all right, well, let's see how often we encounter these two and how many fights we see. And the next day, we learned the couple died, and we never saw them again. Both of them died within, I think, a couple of days. Well, we had learned that they had both died, and we never had to see them or encounter them. But when you move into a neighborhood, it's like C-Lane just moved. He just got a new house and moved into this neighborhood. You have no idea who those neighbors around you are going to be, and the people selling you the house are never going to tell you, oh, by the way, totally sorry, but Jacob next door is a real creeper, and Bobby around back, he's really annoying. He'll throw stuff over the fence into your yard. And just all of these things.
I actually did know who at least one of the neighbors were going to be, but I don't think they were going to tell me about the others just in case, we said no. Mm-hmm. They were like, don't tell C-Lane about that.
I was a bad neighbor yesterday.
What'd you do?
I did what I thought was the right thing, but I don't know if it was in retrospect.
You carrying somebody?
No, I would never do that. I walked outside to go take a look at the pool. And as I walked outside, I jumped backwards because there was, like, I'm not kidding you, a 3-foot long, maybe 4-foot long snake out there.
Oh.
And you threw it in a neighbor's yard.
No, you didn't.
When I walked out, something was really wrong because the snake started coming right for me. It wasn't scared at all. And
show me the backyard footage, please.
It was under, Courtney can confirm all of this. It was under the overhang. Oh, you could see me handling it, though, at one point because, anyhow.
Ah, a baby possum.
So the snake is like, it's wriggling around. It's just trying to come for me. And I go, oh, no, what if Lady came out here? Courtney pops out. She goes, it's just a black racer. And I go, you don't know what kind of snake it is. You have no idea what this thing is.
How dare you?
What if this is a cottonmouth or some other terrible poisonous or venomous snake? We don't know what we're dealing with here. And then the snake, it looked like it was injured or something. It wasn't, snaking that well. And it worked its way into the pool. So I grabbed the pool net and I scooped up the snake and I just flung it across the neighbor's fence into the neighbor's yard. And
here's a cottonmouth.
It was like,
what's wrong with you, man?
They don't have a gate, so the snake could just go out into the woods somewhere. I don't have to worry about it being back there with the dog, with Lady.
That snake got in your yard because they flung it.
We're probably throwing it back and forth. Yeah, it's back there again now, I'm sure. Right back and forth.
Which neighbor? Which if I'm standing in your driveway, right-hand side or left-hand side?
Left-hand side.
Oh, come on.
Sweet lady.
Nice.
She's so sweet. They're both very nice. I have great neighbors. But my neighbor, Faye, is the sweetest lady. And I don't know. I feel kind of bad. I hawked that snake. I yeeted it right over the fence, just flying through the air. And hopefully the snake went on to do better things and just not be in my backyard. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
What's coming up on the next episode? One of the most popular shows on Netflix right now is about a bouncy house that flies away with kids in it.
Yeah.
James Brown's estate is going full living in America. Oh my God, Jackson's so sweet though.
He's so tiny though. He would bounce real good.
It's plans to make Graceland 2.0. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll explain. Plus, you ever wanted to see Howie Mandel eat Heidi Klum then poop her out? No? Well, guess what? I have all that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, today we'll see a high of 93 degrees. It'll feel like 105, but our rain chance will be lower than it was yesterday. Still a chance for a couple of thunderstorms, but only a 40% chance for rain. Most of the action between 3 and 5 p.m. And it looks like it'll focus just west of the Orlando area, maybe along the 529 corridor. And once you get into Lake County, that'll be our highest chance for rain. Otherwise, we're tracking the tropics for a potential system next week out of the Atlantic. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $1 Small Frosty Deal. Get ready to cool down this summer with the ultimate treat. This delectable dessert is too thick for a straw, but just right for a fry. Is it a milkshake? Is it ice cream? Neither. It's a Frosty. Come taste your favorite small Frosty flavor for just $1. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
Another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny Final Expense Insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Summer doesn't have to end. At Myrtle Beach, you can hold on to that sweet summer feeling a little bit longer. iHeartMedia is giving away a trip for a family of 4 to extend their summer a little bit longer at Myrtle Beach. Go to iHeart.com/visit Myrtle Beach to enter.
As storm season heats up, your Better Business Bureau reminds you to make a list now of trusted professionals. If you need help after a hurricane, who will you trust? Protect your home and family by choosing licensed, reputable professionals. Turn to bbb.org to find a better business.
You hear more and more about identity theft in the news every day. That's because so much of your personal info is out of your control, like your insurance provider that has your Social Security number and your favorite retailer that has your payment details. If they get breached, your information's vulnerable. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code PLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Ends Labor Day. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Enjoying the News Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, and you're having a good time.
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu. iHeartRadio, let's go! Get tickets now at AXS.com.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school. Sporting events. Family gatherings. And staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. C-Lane getting down on some chicken wings over there.
That's right.
I look over, he's like, just got a mouthful of chicken wing.
I've been firefighting, you know, so I just have to get some wings in me.
Yeah, folks, on the stream, if you're watching today on YouTube or Twitch, and you can always do that, go to thenewsjunkie.com. The live links are right up on top there. But you can always watch the show that way or on YouTube or Twitch. Search for The News Junkie. The only reason you're watching today is because C-Lane found like some extra way to get us live. It's a very complex, complicated setup. And we did some updates overnight, and almost everything is working. We're like 99.9% there. And I told Austin right as he was about to switch it out, I go, Austin, I said, is this going to mess anything up? And he goes, I don't know. And here we are, a million things.
There's a subdued honesty about Austin sometimes, where he had done some work at a place that I worked at frequently, and I had mentioned it, you know, that I was going to be there, and he goes, "Oh, how's their system?"
I called him. I believe I know exactly what place you're talking about, and I called him in a panic, like, "Hey, man, just real quick, how do you work the thing that you built? Thank you."
The cringe face he made when he asked how it was going over there, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's a great guy. Very, very skilled, very, very talented. He built most of this studio. He built the studio that I'm in right now.
He built this studio.
But this latest update, we've got 99.9% of everything fixed.
He built this studio and broke it.
And one little teeny problem. So we'll get that ironed out so everything's smooth for tomorrow, hopefully. Sometimes the thing that I hate is people will email or even send dispatches in, and people will be like, "Oh, why can't you do this?" You know, they'll say, Sabrina and C-Lane, their voices are out of sync with the video. Like, what are you, stupid? Why can't you get this fixed? And you want to go,
shut up.
You have no idea how complicated these setups are. It's not what you think it is. Yeah. It's so much more complicated. There are delays. There is encoding because of ratings. There are probably, I don't know, in my studio alone, 4 or 5 computers running things, maybe more than that.
And 6 less engineers than we started with when we didn't have to do any of it.
Oh, but that doesn't matter, because even if we had the 6 engineers, you know what the engineering department at iHeart cares about? Keeping us on the radio. They don't care about keeping us on Twitch, which is fine. I mean, that's kind of their job.
Yeah, in Sabrina's room, there's probably 6 computers or more, maybe a whole rack of stuff. This is a giant, complex broadcasting audio visual setup. And so it always triggers me so hard when somebody be like, "Dummy, why don't you just fix this? This little podcast over here could do it. Why can't you do it?"
Well, they have $100 million to do that.
No, God.
I do like, now that we're on the diet engineer team, the less engineers plan, that I'll just go up to our guy and be like, "Hey, tomorrow I want to go behind that rack of stuff.
Yeah,
it's behind Sabrina, and just unplug something for the whole show." And he goes, "All right, yeah, go ahead.
Whatever you want.
Go for it.
Yeah. You want to pull a plug? Pull it." I was like, "I need a screwdriver. Here you go."
You want to see me at my most triggered, folks? Oh my God.
Right
the
now?
most triggering thing is engineers will pick a time to do a crazy overhaul update, and it always occurs during this show's live broadcast. Without
That's what every
fail.
host says. It's what every host in this building says.
You know as well as I do it happens. And then it's like, oh, we can't go to commercials right now because the system is busted and we just got to keep going.
Well, they never thought we would
Always.
last this long.
Probably. That was said he's going to complain the least. And no. It's so infuriating, all of that stuff. All I want to do is just get the show done. They're saying things are out of sync. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're on like a backup right now. You're lucky you're even watching it. If you complain one more time, I'll shut the whole stream down because I was going to do that.
Daddy Charles going to get mad.
I was going to do that during the plug and just go old school today. We'll just do a radio show.
Oh, right
not even
before
a
the next
podcast.
episode. How convenient.
I'm
I
not
had a
going
fun
to do
bit
that.
with my face.
I'm not going to do that. I said, well, unless they keep bitching and complaining, then in that case, I'll revisit this. But all right, you ready to go?
Sure.
All right, here we go. You want to eat some chicken wings too? You want to go over
I think I'm good. No, they look
what
delicious.
flavor are those? What kind of those? What
Some
flavors?
garlic
Chicken, I
parm and just some regular old buffalo hot from Elixir.
Oh, man, they got good wings there, too.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
You dumb whore.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Whoa.
Hold up. Whoa, what?
Well, what Sealand's doing in here.
He does it every time. Is it a new thing? Whoa,
No.
whoa, what's the
Right,
answer?
Right here. We got strobes, we got all the effects, but we cannot get the streaming going right. All right.
Fun. Man, I want those cool lights in here.
You can
Oh,
do
well. You know who has cool lights and a cool brain and great personality?
Who?
That mortgage guy, Don.
Yeah.
He's helping you refinance your home. That is a dream, or perhaps you're looking to buy your first dream home. Maybe you're refinancing, like I said, that first word, debt consolidation, expanding your business, SBA loans, everything in between. Work with that mortgage guy, Don. He's an expert. He's a friend. He's looking out for you. Start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was 15 years ago, 2009. The place, Mexico City. What were they doing? A Guinness World Record. For what, you ask? The largest dance of this song.
Mexican hat.
Thriller.
That's right.
What'd you say, Sealand? Mexican hat?
Mexican hat dance.
Yeah.
What's that?
Ba-dum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum, da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
How do you dance to that song?
I don't know. You just
go.
Whoa, okay.
Move around like a puppet or something?
Stream still on?
Seems fitting.
How many people, grand total, do you think dance like zombies on this day to set the Guinness World Record?
100.
What?
500.
Okay.
1,100.
Nope. 13,597. Wow. Yes. And no one in 15 years has tried to beat that. So congratulations. It was also on this day, though, that it could have been a zombie moment because in 1977, 3 people were arrested in Memphis, Tennessee after trying to steal the fat, super dead, bloated body of
Elvis.
Thank you very much. And that's when it was moved to Graceland to rot in peace.
Yeah.
If they would have gotten away with it, what do you do with Elvis's dead body? And why try to steal it? Anyone ever
Obviously
follow up with that?
something weird and sexual.
What?
That's what I think of. If somebody steals a body, I'm like, why would they steal a body?
Ransom?
I guess so.
If you steal a body and hold it for ransom and try to get money out of me, I'm paying nothing.
Absolutely.
I don't care.
But
the person's dead.
And everyone's like, wait, how many weeks until we have to kind of give up on the ransom part of it? Because this is starting to stink.
Yeah.
Or you could just take their estate and make it into a tourist attraction, baby. You ready for Graceland 2 Electric Boogaloo? But instead of Graceland, it's Brownland?
Why not?
Jamesland? Maybe no land? I have no idea what they'll name it, but that is exactly what musician James Brown and his family are trying to do just like this. He loved having space with creative and educational opportunities, or perhaps a place to do some drugs. What am I to say? And now, according to I can't say this, Finra.com, reliable source, I'm sure.
Sounds right.
3 years after purchasing Brown's estate, Primary Wave is partnering with Augusta, Georgia officials to make his home a museum, much like Graceland. And then I printed out 4 pages of information I don't have time to read. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of back and forth. 60 acres they're looking to make into this museum on James Brown Boulevard. Georgia pine trees flank the driveway, grounds of the property, an Asian garden, and then I'm sure a bunch of his memorabilia, including the original master of Brown's getup and other things in a display case.
Nice.
What makes a garden Asian?
That is a great question, Zila.
I'm going to tell you from a completely ignorant standpoint with no knowledge about Asian gardens at all. I think it's about bonsai plants. That's just what comes to mind.
That's not a terrible
fountains,
answer.
Little tiny fountains and bonsai plants.
A blossom of some sort.
Oh, a cherry blossom, yeah.
All right, now the texting service. What makes a garden Asian?
I feel like just like a
wrong answers only.
Please share it on another segment, thatmortgageguy.com. Jennifer Lopez getting divorced for the 4th time. Is it a 4th time if it was a husband from the past?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, now a 4th time's a charm, at least enough for odd makers to place their bets, baby. Want to make some money?
Yeah.
Well, they say well-known bookies are taking bets on who she'll end up with next. According to some reports, the odds are absurd. The top choice is at plus 800. How do you read that out loud? 800 over? The odds are 800 towards in your favor.
Overwhelming favorites.
Who do you think it is? It's a rapper. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, damn. I wouldn't have got it. I was going to say Derek Jeter, but a rapper. Drake?
Not P. Diddy again, because that would be problematic.
No, that'd be bad.
Eminem as in the top choice.
Really? Because, all right.
Eminem not a fan?
No, Eminem was a fan, at least in that song. I always forget that she was with P. Diddy, but there was a song of Eminem's where he said if he could ever bang any singer in showbiz, it'd be Jennifer Lopez. And Puffy, you know this.
Oh.
Jennifer Lopez, married many times, married to Ben Affleck twice, famously, all that stuff. Has Eminem been married after all the stuff with his first wife that he sent songs about?
I mean,
has he even been seen publicly dating anybody?
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that.
The Weeknd is second with that odds and the bet makers, as well as Alex Rodriguez. Other notable long shots include Matthew McConaughey, who is married, by the way, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Ryan Gosling, and Jake Gyllenhaal. So whatever she decides to do, get your money in now. And I made the odds be in your favor, and I guess J-Lo's favor.
He remarried Kim in 2006 and divorced the same year.
Damn. So she's the only one he's been married to, and he was married to her twice. And other than that, I really haven't heard of him being with many people.
It's the only thing that's listed in Wikipedia as far as spouses goes.
Interesting. All right.
Also interesting, America's Got Talent. There's one way to promote the show. And the headline reads, Howie Mandel eats Heidi Klum and farts her out in a funny video.
I'm listening.
Check your Gmail, Sean.
Oh, shoot. All right.
They're off
on it.
Showing their talents, teaming up with some funny people to make this funny video, and somehow the fart joke gets involved. They posted the video on social media. It looks like Howie eats Heidi and then poops her out. He opens wide, makes it look like... I mean, TMZ is incredible at saying the same line 12 different times.
Filler, yeah.
Dancing
you want to watch
in the
this?
background. Do I? Yes.
I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. All right, there she is.
Look at that. Funny promo. Eats her. And then he farts
pretending to eat
her out. Okay, that was great.
Wow.
If I could get those 15 seconds back, maybe I would use it to watch the brand new Netflix show about a bouncy castle that flies away with children inside. Now, the plot description is interesting. Laughter turns to grief of despair as a gust of wind lifts a bouncy castle, claiming 3 innocent lives and shattering a tight-knit community forever. The official plot of the Mexican drama series, The Accident.
Oh.
That is available to you if you've got a Netflix account.
So,
but it is now the #1 show on Netflix for whatever reason.
Courtney has the shows that we watch together, and then she has her own shows, and she'll, like, when I'm working on something, she'll put on the shows that she's not sharing with me. And she tried watching that show on Netflix, but when you watch the dubbed version, the dubs are so bad, like, so
Sometimes
wildly.
they nail it. Even in the trailer, it's like someone recorded that in their bathroom, and they just went with it. The reviews, like this one, are they're on point. I don't know, Rotten Tomato, but here we go. Just laughed so hard I cried because they just started the second most popular show on Netflix called The Accident. They spent 20 minutes building up to the tragic event in which at a kid's birthday party, it got really windy and a bounce house full of kids flew away. And that tweet alone got 13 million views. Critics haven't been as kind to The Accident, currently at 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, but they're doing it. And if you need to watch something, there you have it. Kids flying away in a bouncy house. And as I wrap this up, if you want to stay inside of your house, but perhaps sit on the famous couch from this show.
Friends
is right. Damn. A piece of television history could be yours if you're super rich. September 23rd will be Julian's auction for the Friends fans. That has the Central Perk couch, scripts, clothing worn by Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston, a Central Perk sign, Lisa Kudrow's denim coat with fake fur on it, furniture from David Schwimmer's apartment, and Matthew Perry's sweater. And I feel like maybe that one's going to go for a lot because he died.
Yeah, true.
We also have other things like costumes worn by Christina Applegate, Bruce Willis, Paul Rudd, Winona Ryder, the late cast member James Michael Tyler. They just said late cast member.
I think that's the guy who was in like the coffee shop or something. Remember when he died? And he owned he worked it. What's his name? And he loved Jennifer Aniston.
There's a G, right?
Gary. No, I know what you're talking about. It's going
Gertie.
to be. No, it's not.
Yeah, I looked. I checked. It's Gertie.
He couldn't make it to the reunion that they did before Matthew Perry died because he was going through the cancer stuff.
Gorfer.
Right.
Oh, my God.
It's Gorfer. Yeah, I checked it. It's Gorfer.
Sure.
Yeah.
And just when he thought that the... Gordon, I'm telling you, I'm so close. Someone help me. What's a
Gunther.
Gunther.
Gorfer and Gunther are so close.
Yeah, I got a couple friends named Gorfer. I'll dig them up real quick. Yeah. My God.
That's going to be the most popular name for kids in 2 years, bet. On the boob tube, we have got... Sound of me stepping on a tack.
Mm-hmm.
Gorfer. Second season premiere of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. I thought that show did poorly. How did it get a second season?
I thought so, too. I was wondering the same thing.
Especially because it was so expensive to produce.
Thursday night, college football. Go Knights! UCF, baby. Press your luck on ABC. Lucky 13 on ABC as well. Series premiere of Terminator 0 on Netflix. And repeats on late night. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Thank you.
And you can join us on the show with the Dispatch. We're going to get to some of those. Hopefully some spicy ones coming up in just a bit. We have to talk about this legendary, absolute boss of a road rage driver who needs to be thrown in jail for the rest of his life, but for some reason is running free and screaming at people just like you and me every single day. Wait till you hear this story. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your new Orlando home for Tampa Bay Buccaneer football. Real Radio 104.1. Fire the cannons.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
It looks like it's raining in some parts of the area, so just travel with caution. The roadways are wet out there. Authorities are clearing up that accident on the ramp from Saxon Boulevard to I-4 westbound. There's slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike between the Beach Line and I-4 there. Delays on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 429 and congestion at the intersection where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Compare your quote today with that mortgage guy, Don. It's so easy. You already have a mortgage quote and you're wondering if it's any good? A recent study showed that less than 20% of people compare the first mortgage quote they get. Don't be a slacker. Get peace of mind by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. It's so easy to compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don. Just go to the website, hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote. That Mortgage Guy Don will tell you if it's any good. Simple as that. Work with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the book. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1, sponsored by FloridaJobsNow.com, coming Wednesday, September 18th.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
City of Dreams, a new thriller from the executive producers of Sound of Freedom, hits theaters August 30th. A boy from Mexico's dreams of becoming a soccer star are shattered when he's trafficked into America to work in a sweatshop. It's the story of how one boy finds the courage to fight back. Critics are calling City of Dreams inspirational, Oscar-worthy, and powerful and eye-opening. From executive producers Tony Robbins, Luis Fonsi, Vivek Ramaswamy, and iHeart's Enrique Santos. City of Dreams, in theaters this Friday. Rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent.
ePass presents the romantic comedy travel experience of the fall.
Margaret, I love you.
And I love saving on Florida toll roads with ePass.
You'll fall in love with convenient roadway electronic toll payments all over again. Plus, this week only, you can qualify to win $100 in tolls. Go to getepass.com and sign up for a free ePass sticker. You'll be entered to win one of our daily giveaways of $100 in tolls now through September 2nd. Choose ePass. Expect savings. Get details and rules of the contest at getepass.com.
Just announced during the no-pay Labor Day holiday at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. No payments till 2025 with your new Nissan purchase, plus a $500 Visa gift card. Ends Monday at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home with a lifetime warranty. With purchase of a new Nissan. Interest accrues from time of delivery. See dealer for details.
An epic live concert event is coming to Dr. Phillips Center in downtown Orlando. You've seen the movie. Now experience it like you never have before. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse features a live orchestra, turntables, a scratch DJ, electronics, percussion, and more, all in front of a colossal HD screen. Don't miss Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse live in concert. One night only, September 7th. Get your family's tickets now at drphillipscenter.org. That's drphillipscenter.org.
Hey guys, August is National Wellness Month, and you know, you talk about wellness and being well and taking care of yourself. I can't tell you how many people, well, I can tell you, I think I've counted in the past month or so, at least 6 people have told me they've been to Life Imaging FLA, they got their free heart scan, and they found out that they had a problem with their heart, blockage in their heart. They ran to the hospital, and it saved their lives. That's 6 people that I know of that are Monster listeners, Monster fans. This is really an awesome thing. It's Life Imaging FLA. They know that, the first detection of heart disease can be sudden death, so early detection saves lives of cancer and of heart disease. Get that heart scan. Just go ahead and pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that is worth it. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Ask about cancer screening too. Life Imaging FLA.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in term life. Industry rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote today. 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South offers volume discounts for homeowners. The more you buy, the more you save. Our discounts start at the fourth window, and from there, the savings grow. New South can do this because we own our factory, and that's the power of Factory Direct. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Ends Labor Day. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Summer doesn't have to end. At Myrtle Beach, you can hold on to that sweet summer feeling a little bit longer. iHeartMedia is giving away a trip for a family of 4 to extend their summer a little bit longer at Myrtle Beach. Go to iHeart.com/visit Myrtle Beach to enter.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200.
Radio.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to
from miles away, and it's the group of people that it's absolutely the easiest to discriminate against right now. And let's say who that group of people is on the count of 3. 1,
choose
2. What?
Okay.
Come on, you guys aren't on board with this? What we got to say is on the count of 3, the easiest group of people to discriminate against right now in the United States of America.
All right, hold on. I'll do it again.
All right, 1,
women,
2, 3, smokers. Smokers is the obvious answer to this question.
I think I'm on a delay.
No one likes smokers. They're going after the smokers hard. First, they were trying to take away your menthol cigarettes, and that is tough times for people who enjoy those, like your Cools or your Marlboro menthols.
Newports, baby.
Newports. Those are big. I used to smoke those way back in the day. And,
so you're grouping smokers with another answer to that question.
No, I'm not. No. I'm staying away from it.
You good, man?
What I'm saying is they come after you, smokers, because you're the easiest group to come after. And if you don't smoke, no, you don't care about people coming after smokers. So if somebody says...
Yeah, I'm Sean. I don't smoke anymore. So now I can talk on the other side.
That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm fighting on behalf of the smokers
Every time
here.
we lose one, man, it's just so painful.
I'm not doing that to you. Give me the benefit of the doubt for once.
No, I'm proud of you. I'm coming from a place of I should have quit smoking a while ago. But I look so cool doing it.
I'm telling you, I'm coming to the defense of the smokers here. Because now when people propose rules or like bans and stuff that affect smokers, literally no one seems to care. Back in the day, you used to be able to whip out an old Marlboro Red at the Chuck E. Cheese and puff on that sucker until you were done with it.
No problem.
Put it out, in
You want to smoke on an airplane? Let's do it.
You used to be able to do it. You used to be able to put the cigarette out in the armrest of your seat and just keep flying, man.
One of the most badass stories that I've ever heard about my my grandmother, Nana, over in heaven now, made heaven.
She made it. She made heaven.
One of the last people to ever be able to smoke on a plane because they had ruled it out, and we were going to Venezuela, and they had said, "Ma'am, we don't have a smoking section." She goes, "Okay, take me off the plane."
Yeah, get me out of here.
There's no way. I'm not going to take this flight. And then they said, "You know what? You can be the only one that can smoke on this plane." And everything, no delays, no cops involved, no duct tape. Nana, rest in peace, you badass.
That's a way to do it right there.
Smoking in heaven now.
Ripping darts at 30,000 feet, just flying through the air and smoking your life away. It's awesome. Can't do it anymore. Why? Because we have all these rules and all these different politicians come together and they know that you all hate the cigarette smokers.
Except for some reason casinos. Like, I think that they, I don't know why.
Is there a Venn diagram showing the overlap between gamblers and smokers that they've seen?
Well, if they let you smoke inside, then you'll stay at the slot machine.
Yes, but also they have perfected, in my estimation, the getting rid of that smoke without it being bothersome to anybody else around there.
In some casinos.
In the nice casinos, I've never even noticed it. You see somebody smoking and there's
Sabrina
like so many machines.
Sabrina and I went to some in Vegas that...
we smelled like it for days, man. It was bad.
It's like the smoking terminal that they had for a little while, or not smoking terminal, the smoking room at the Atlanta airport.
That place is rough. Even as a smoker, and smoking is bad. Don't do it. I already know I don't need the speech. I couldn't even be in that room.
Me either.
Or it's too much. And then you would go into the, like, if you did step into it, it's that one person who's been in there for maybe 40 minutes, but they've downed 5 of them, and then the ash stays like probably 4 inches long. Because there's nothing, whatever causes the ash to fall, that doesn't exist in that room.
In the Vegas airport, they have that room, but with slot machines in it.
Sick.
I love that.
So incredibly, undeniably, unabashedly Vegas.
Yeah, it's very degenerate, and that's what they're embracing over there, I think. But in California, a city called Carlsbad, California, it's a surfing hotspot near San Diego, and they've decided to prohibit people from smoking inside their own apartments, condos, any kind of shared building. If you own a townhouse, too bad. You can't smoke in your own house in Carlsbad, California. Your own house that you own.
How do they enforce that?
If you own it, and it's shared with somebody, you cannot smoke or vape cannabis or vape nicotine products. And it gets worse than that, actually. And non-smokers, open your minds a little bit. Just think about dumb regulations and nanny government and all this big government crap, how bad it is. From January, residents will not be able to smoke or vape cannabis and nicotine products indoors or on balconies, porches, and decks.
Dude, drink my blood. Come on. No, that's stupid.
The law does not apply to single-family homes or hotels and motels, but if you have a shared roof with anybody else in this city in California, you can't do it. You could buy them, but you cannot smoke them in your own house because rules.
That's the thing that just drives me nuts, of the idea that you can own a property. Like, it is your property. Yet you still have somebody telling you what to do with your own property.
I hate it.
You know,
I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate it too. Also, I'm not one to smoke inside. I mean, I think that's we've lived out those days.
Totally agree.
But not outside.
But if somebody owns their own house and they want to smoke inside, that's fine by me. Your smoke is in your own little zone there. And if that's what you want to do, you should do it. I want freedom for people. And that freedom, my friend, includes freedom for people to make what you might think are bad decisions.
I'm lighting up in here.
That's what I want. I want them to be able to make bad decisions if you don't like it. Otherwise, we get into insanity. Remember the stupid neighbors who tried to call the cops because they were vegans and their neighbors were doing barbecuing and the smoke was going over in their yard? this is the kind of world that we're headed into. If you just go, all of this, she's about to light up a cigarette. if we just go, all the things we don't like, we ban or we regulate. You can't vape in your own house.
What if Jack Bradshaw looked over right now? How do you think he would react if he thought that Sabrina was literally
I'm
like
listening right now, but
he's just very confused.
nothing. He's talking to somebody more important.
Oh, God. Well, that is, to me, really screwed up. But what do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us your first dispatch right now.
Yeah, you say you would never hear, but you did do it in Sean's studio once.
For a second, I think, yeah.
What? Why did I do that?
I don't remember.
Probably the same reason you wanted to do it right now.
It was some sort of bit.
I don't want to. Like, inside makes me so uncomfortable. Like, with the exception of some bars, like our old watering hole, they had vented it perfectly.
Well, they had giant ceilings, too.
But then you go to, like, I think there's only one place here locally that you can do it, and it's like no windows, technically kind of a basement. And everyone will smell like this forever.
All of that has changed really big time over the last 10 years. Really big time.
It's changed bigly.
I don't know why I phrased it that way, but it's changed a lot, is what I mean. That's what I'm trying to get out there.
They're getting rid of the smokers really big time.
Like to say you can't smoke on your own balcony of your own house.
They say they're sending them down to basements.
Drink my blood.
Go down to the basements.
We just let that fly by.
Suck a fart.
Where did Drink My Blood come from? Is that from a movie?
I don't know. It's something me and Ashley say a lot.
Wow. Married life, huh?
Like,
you guys are just saying "drink my blood" to each other?
Not like to each other. Like it's just like a thing. Like it's like the ultimate.
It's an interesting phrase.
Go F yourself. You know, I can't say SMD on the radio.
Sure, but
you think "drink my blood" is worse?
I'm sure a lot of people just stop for a second. Like, did he say that? I've heard, suck a fart, shut the front door, go take a nap.
I'm not saying shut the front door.
Go buy a hat.
You guys, it has to be something offensive. Go buy a hat and go take a nap. When you say that to me, I'm like, okay, I will do those things. I'm not even offended by it. But when you say, hey, F yourself, that's a very shocking thing to say to another individual.
I feel like I would be a better broadcaster if I could curse. Because there's so many words that I just can't get out.
No, you're a better broadcaster because you can't curse. That's the way you get around it. That's the fun part. It's the journey.
I'm talking about me personally.
Oh, well.
There have been many a times where Sean and I fight, and I'm just like...
there have been times you cursed, too.
Very true.
I've hit the dump button during those fights.
I had to hit the dump button on myself, and then it's really weird because we have to come back from it. I'm like, sorry, man.
But yeah, drink my blood is just like, the thing that you just said to me is so ridiculous. You're now beneath me. You can drink my blood.
I think it sounds like you're really close to somebody if you're drinking their blood.
It's a vampire
close to somebody.
You don't think, like, maybe it's from vampire movies. Like, if you say, drink my blood, I'd be like, damn. I didn't realize our bond was that tight. We're drinking each other's blood. We're like blood brothers now. This is a big move
You're
for
turning
us.
it into a nice thing.
It doesn't sound as bad as you're making it.
It's life, I think suck a fart is the best one, and I stand by it.
Folks, weigh in on this on chat. Is drink my blood.
Yeah, but if I would say that, you'd be like, that's my thing. I say suck a fart.
I would never, and that's the worst impression of me you've ever done.
Is drink my blood offensive, yes or no? Let us know over on chat, because I think it's kind of seems sweet. It's like, well, drink my blood.
All right, my friend's texting. Their comparison is like eat a bag of D's. Like, yeah.
That's not the same thing, though. Eat a bag of D's. Picture a person sitting there. Bag of D's is right next to them. They're gobbling down those D's.
Well,
D
I don't
in,
have a bag of
D's
D's.
in.
I just have one.
You're
And
just
I'd like
putting
to
all the
keep
D's in.
it. So drink my blood.
Drink my blood is like, hey, drink my blood, baby.
No. That's not.
I think it is. That's just how it hits me.
You're the
I
vampire.
have to agree with Sean.
We're gonna take a break here. We'll let people fight over this. I don't know what to say from here. I don't know
Chew on
what
my
to say.
toenail.
Drink my number 3. Somebody says, "Oh
Ew.
God, it's way more aggressive in a very, very fast
Oh
way."
my God, I can't chew on the air.
Also, back to the cigarette
I wish I would
smokers.
have explained a little bit more.
Sorry to say, Stop and Shop across the country will stop selling cigarettes and vapes as well. So another shot fired at the smokers. How you feeling about this? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. when we return. We'll get to
Drink
this
my
road rage driver. I still don't understand that.
It flows well, but it's like it needs to be a bum 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 for sure.
Yeah. I can't scream that at somebody. I can't be like, drink my blood.
That
It
would be
doesn't make
so
any
weird.
sense. Yeah, people
But
would just
maybe
go,
it's a cute thing between Celine and his wife.
Oh, I know it is, and I think that's adorable that
It's
they have
not
that
a
thing.
cute thing. It's a screw you thing.
Suck
Hard
my
disagree.
thumb.
If she says it to me, I have pissed her off. I have said something that she very vehemently disagrees with.
Is it like when I call Courtney the C word? Is it that level of vitriol?
You really
that's attached to it?
do that, don't you?
You don't know what I do and don't do.
Well, you called me the C word once.
That was
To
a
your face.
radio thing.
To my face and in front of a lot of people.
And then what did I say afterwards? I apologized to you because I was apologizing for the bit.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it.
Did I or did I not? Answer the question.
It left your mouth very quickly. And I probably was being a C word.
Look at me. Look at me right now, okay? I am telling you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, I know you're sorry.
I have no. Not even that right now. I am telling you, absolutely on a Bible, on my parents, on my son.
Okay.
I have never, ever in my life, even in private, referred to you as the C word. Ever. It's not a thing. It's not a thing that I say. I've never said that about you to anybody in any conversations. Promise you that.
Have you
I've never
ever
said that word.
called me a bitch to anybody?
I would probably say
Gotta go to
something.
break, guys. We are.
Did you hear that inhale through his nose? Good God.
Quick
Suck
break.
my blood, man.
See, back in a second. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, 2 segments with Danny Meyering from Orlando Date Night Guide for Date Night Done Right going into the Labor Day weekend. We'll talk to our friend Glenn Klausman for Colbert Court. For trivia, it's Herbie Hancock and Sebastian Maniscalco tickets, plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Doing a quick checkup on some of the major roadways here on I-4. Traffic is slowing down, approaching State Road 429. There's slowdowns on I-4 by the parks there. The on-ramp from Saxon Boulevard to I-4 westbound, that is partially blocked due to an accident. Around the perimeter of I-4, no major problems on State Road 429 or the Greenway. Travel with caution. The roadways are wet out there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's time to gather the family, including the dog, and join the Jim Colbert Show for the 2nd annual Suds, Pups, and Pints, a celebrity dog wash brought to you by Klausman Law. Join us at Sunset Park Saturday, September 21st in Mount Dora. Yeah, this event may be for the dogs, but we have something for everyone with plenty of family fun and live entertainment. A silent auction and a not-so-silent auction may determine which member of the Jim Colbert Show gets to wash your dog. Plus, Pawfection Dog Training will be on hand to answer our dog-related questions. Proceeds benefit the Humane Society of Lake County. This unique and free family-friendly event runs from 3 to 6 p.m. on Saturday, September 21st. Get more information at realradio.fm/dogwash and see you at Sunset Park in Mount Dora.
Get ready to win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Presented by Capital One. And $1,000.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
The human soul requires a minimum daily requirement of entertainment. Welcome to MGM Rewards. With the greatest live shows on earth, they have all the entertainment you can handle and more. Book now and make the most of your Vegas getaway at MGMRewards.com.
Worried about buying or selling your home? Don't be. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently, with buying and selling solutions faster than you could say, more tape? Nationally ranked and locally loved, TNG sells homes 2 times faster for an average of over 20,000 more. So ditch the stress ball. Check out the Nickley Group's over 3,000 five-star reviews. Get a guaranteed cash offer for your home today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. New South Window lives southern weather, and our Energy Star windows and doors are designed to keep the heat out and the cool air in. Get New South proud.
Going on now. Buy more and save more on all New South products. Volume discounts up to 30% off.
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
I'm Chris Walls, and I'm a truck driver from Missouri. For 13 hours a night, I sit in my truck and I drive. Out of boredom, I'll stop and eat. If I'm not doing fast food, I guarantee there's a bag of chips open on my dashboard. Along with that, I'm good for about 4 liters of soda a night. That was all until Andro 400. I started out 4 months ago weighing 341 pounds, and since taking Andro 400, I have dropped 45 pounds. I'm sleeping better. There's no cravings. My knee pains went away. I've had some lower back issues, and I've noticed that went away, and I can only contribute that to Andro 400. One thing that Andro 400 said on the radio ad says it attacks belly fat. Well, let me tell you, it did. I've lost 6 inches. This product really does work.
So guys, if you'd like to experience similar results, then get Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Ends Labor Day. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Summer doesn't have to end. At Myrtle Beach, you can hold on to that sweet summer feeling a little bit longer. iHeartMedia is giving away a trip for a family of 4 to extend their summer a little bit longer at Myrtle Beach. Go to iHeart.com/visit Myrtle Beach to enter.
Kickoff is almost here, and iHeart is the official home of the NFL Podcast Network, featuring podcasts like NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal.
Packing it with so much goodness. Chock full of info.
And tons of fantasy football podcasts with expert advice for you to win your fantasy league. It's the best part of the season. Your team is undefeated and anything is possible. Take the iHeartRadio app and the NFL with you right in your pocket. Open the free iHeart app, search NFL, and start listening now.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200.
Radio 104.1.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
Let's go a little behind the scenes in the radio world, if we can, just for a moment, because you two, Sabrina and Celine, are going to get something out of this clip that I have here.
I'm excited.
It's one of those ones where if you're in media, you go, oh, okay, all right. You're going to look at this totally differently. A lot of people are upset. And when I say a lot of people are upset, of course, I mean a bunch of losers online complaining about dumb stuff that has nothing to do with them are upset on the internet.
Twitter, y'all see this?
Why? Because they thought one of the guys on MSNBC. Now, I don't do a lot of watching of MSNBC's lineup, but I'm sure they're doing something over there. However, Lawrence O'Donnell is the 10 o'clock hour host, and the show that was before them, they usually do like a little back and forth, like, hey, coming up next, Lawrence O'Donnell. And he's like, hey, yeah, how you doing? And they go on, start their show, a little crosstalk, as they call it in the industry.
He is the 10 p.m. show, Eastern.
Okay. So the 9 p.m. show is ending, and the 10 p.m. show is taking over. I'm just going to play this as it went down on TV, and you both will be able to pull away from this what's happening here and what's actually going on. And then we'll talk about people's reaction to it. But first,
I really appreciate it. I know there's a lot more to discuss, but I really appreciate your time and your insights this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's our show for tonight. You can catch me back here weekends at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now it is time for the last word with Lawrence O'Donnell. Good evening, Lawrence.
Good evening, Eamon. Thanks. We're about a minute overtime with that one. Thank you, Eamon. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
We are going to cover...
okay.
Come on.
So,
Lawrence,
see what happened?
Relax, man.
The show before him went a minute over, and he got mad about this, and he's passive aggressively kind of bringing it up. And a lot of people were like, what a jerk. Why would he bring that up? If this happened to me routinely, I would totally do this. And the brutal thing about it is I think we do it all the time to other shows. And not here locally, we don't. But I think like shows where we've got maybe sometimes syndicated content after us and stuff will end up being a little bit behind. And I remember one time there was a show after us that didn't start until 6 minutes after the hour because of some commercial issues.
That's what that one listener was complaining about. You never hit your brakes on time.
I don't hit the brakes on time.
That's why.
The brakes for affiliates are a totally different animal. So the different places where the show airs, we'll be on time here, but we might not be on time at all there. And if you step on somebody's time, that's something that people will get mad about. They'll be like, what the hell? And at the end of the show, every single day, we time out exactly when we're supposed to end. That's why after today, I learned you hear the song ramp up, you see it go out. Sabrina cuts it off right at the time it's supposed to be cut off. And then that way, the next show starts right when their show is supposed to start. That's the goal. When that doesn't happen, oh boy, do people get a little bit butthurt about that.
Lawrence knows that he's not the producer of it all. Like, is it that man's fault, truly? Obviously, their guest went over or something like that.
Yeah, something happened.
But things happen. To do that on the air is kind of
what he should have done was, you just brought up on the air, Sabrina. He should have afterwards said in an email, hey, I just wanted to make sure everybody's clear about when we're supposed to stop and start. I know things happen, but if you guys could keep an extra close eye on making sure the program ends on time so ours can start on time, that would be greatly appreciated.
If he's willing to do that on the air, imagine what he did off the air.
Oh, there was an email. There was a
scream. I feel like there was an out loud scream.
Let's hear it again.
I really appreciate it. I know there's a lot more to discuss, but I really appreciate your time and your insights this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's our show for tonight. You can catch me back here weekends at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now it is time for the last word with Lawrence O'Donnell. Good evening, Lawrence.
Good evening, Eamon. Thanks. We're about a minute overtime with that one. Thank you, Eamon. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
We are going to cover...
So awkward. Sorry about that. an icy conversation back and forth.
That just means other guy was like sitting there in his studio, like steaming up. Like, what the hell? What's going on? What are we doing here?
I had a whole minute of stuff, and now I can't do it.
Oh, God. There you go. That's what's happening over there on MSNBC. I guess they're fighting with each other. But I can't imagine, like right now at our home station, I think everybody's on good terms. I don't know if any of the shows are fighting with each other as best as I can recall.
I don't know, that Ryan Holmes.
There are a lot of different stations, though, out there where if you get a bunch of big personalities doing radio or TV shows together, they are going to fight. There's always going to be at odds with one another. And this kind of stuff just does happen. It's the reality of it all. Leslie says on YouTube.
You guys want to go a minute late today?
No, I can't do it. I can't do it because I picture the person sitting there in the studio waiting, and the clock just tick, 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 every second that goes by. I'm like, oh, God. I don't want to do that to somebody, but that guy did, or at least he did it. Let's go over to this. Let's go over to this road rage driver, and I hate this. I think this is such a terrible thing that's going on. We have a habit in certain cities in this country of arresting people and then either not charging them with the crimes that they committed or arresting them and releasing them way early to go out and terrorize citizens who are just like doing nothing wrong out there, just trying to live life and enjoy themselves. And this is done for a couple of reasons. One is political reasons. You want to pretend like your policies are working, so you just don't lock people up. Another one is for numbers and data erosion, where you want to obfuscate problems that you have by going, what are you talking about? Our prison population has decreased dramatically in California. We have 25% less inmates in the prisons, and so this is making things better. And then somebody will go, yeah, but the crime rate went up. Well, you go, if you don't charge people with new crimes, then the crime rate won't go up. So you sort of are creating a fake world where your dumb policies work by just not putting people in jail. And there's a guy who is known as the Tesla road rage driver in California. This man is an absolute nut job. He is
What
the
does he
worst.
do it for, like, social media?
No, he just does it because he has road rage, something fierce. There are videos and videos and videos of him getting out and terrorizing women in traffic who dared to pull too close to him or go too slow or violate some sort of traffic order. Him getting out, and he has like, he's had different things like crowbars in his car, and he'd smash other people's cars. And finally, after doing it over and over and over and over again with video evidence everywhere, they finally charged him, and he got a 5-year sentence. About a year, or less than a year even, into that sentence, they decided to let this serial road rage dude out of prison so that they could get their numbers right with jail or inmate numbers or whatever. So this guy is now back on the streets and definitely going to terrorize somebody else. Here's ABC7 over in California talking about how this guy's been released earlier.
Daniel Radamak has a long criminal history that stretches nearly 2 decades across 8 states.
20
His victims
years.
here in California tonight
Man's a
expressing
nut job.
not only their frustration, but also fear.
It makes me angry and disappointed to see that this person who has caused suffering and trauma walk free.
Nathaniel Radamak's Tesla road rage rampage spanned LA County in 2022 and 2023.
Here he is, gets out of his Tesla with a mask.
Glendale involving a crowbar,
smashing up the car,
slashed tires, and an attack on a valet, both in West Hollywood. And this woman left with a black eye.
Look at this. There's a woman that he fought in traffic, I guess.
How is he not in jail?
He got sentenced. They went through the whole process. They charged him. They brought him to court. They got a 5-year sentence against him. They sentenced him for 5 years, and less than a year into it, right back out on the streets. And look at it. The guy's showing you that he's going to do it again. This is a person who will absolutely reoffend. 100%. I'll bet a lot on it that this guy would go out there and do this again because he's fueled with rage, because he needs to be darted, because he needs to have himself examined so that they could find out what is running a little too hot in his system to make him freak out and attack every single person that he encounters on the road.
Why? Because he keeps getting away with it. How about that? Where's the punishment?
The punishment was not even a fifth of what it was supposed to be. Not even a fifth.
So we watched Worst Ex Ever, which is it's on Netflix, docu-series, I think 4 or 5 episodes. Same people that made Worst Roommate Ever. And this one guy, he almost killed 3 of his girlfriends.
Wow.
3 different states over a span of 10 years. And it was like the justice system failed every single time until he almost, like, the last person he beat up was so close to death, and they finally were like, okay, now we got to find this guy. And it still took him a couple weeks to do it. And it's because of that he should have gone to jail the first time and stayed there. And this seems like you're just waiting for this Tesla guy to do the worst thing possible, and then maybe he'll stay behind bars.
This is why I'm for multipliers for repeat offenders. If somebody makes a mistake, let me try to think of a mistake here. Let's say somebody was driving and they were very tired. And while they're driving tired, a young kid walks in front of the road in front of their vehicle. And they hit this young kid with their vehicle and they paralyze him. This is a terrible accident. And the person has obviously committed a crime. They shouldn't have been driving while they were that tired, right? So you might give that person a small sentence or whatever you give them. But if that person 4 more times falls asleep at the wheel and plows into people, I don't know about you, but me, the second time is worse. The third time is way worse. The 4th time is like, come on, just put this person behind bars for long enough so that they think about this and are driven to maybe not do it again. I think we should really, really hone in on that. I know people go against like the 3 strikes laws. You guys have heard of this. Like if somebody gets caught committing a violent crime and the 3rd time you get caught, it's a very long sentence that you have to deal with. I'm not always for those and some of the mandatory sentencing things, but I think repeat offenders, you have to go after them hard. Double it, triple it for the 3rd time. You know, when they do it 4 times, hit them with 4 times the punishment. And then you'll see them stop because otherwise they have no reason to not do it. This guy is a menace, a literal menace to society.
But how do you get a Tesla? Likely does well for himself, I imagine.
I don't know.
So
I have no idea.
Pay his way into not getting into trouble.
What did they call him before the Tesla was around?
Toyota.
He's now just road rage guy, the pipe wielding road rage man, because he usually has a pipe for some reason and is attacking people. How has somebody not shot this guy yet? That's my question.
He was punched outside the Santa Anita Mall.
Poor woman.
But tonight, Radamak is out of prison on parole after serving less than a year of a 5-year sentence for stalking, criminal threats, assault, and vandalism.
This was not just one isolated incident.
Nope.
Which begs the question, is there hope to rehabilitate repeat offenders?
Several of
good question from Leslie Joe. He should not have a license. Why wouldn't they take away somebody's license at the very least for that? Take away the license.
I don't know that would stop him. Just because he doesn't have a license doesn't mean he can't get in a Tesla and turn it on. They don't make you scan your license to turn the car on.
Well, what could stop him is Tesla.
Also, they did say that the woman who he attacked, who had the black eye, was at a mall. So I don't even know if that was in a car. He may just be road raging without vehicles.
I'm kind of surprised because, the more you attack people in vehicles, the closer the likelihood is that you're going to attack the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
And I know plenty of people who, if this guy came up with a pipe and started bashing their windows trying to get at him, they'd shoot him right in the face.
Yeah.
And they would have every right to.
Yeah, you definitely would feel like your life was in danger if this lunatic is hitting your car with a crowbar. What a madman.
A pipe? Like a big, fat, thick pipe? Like the board game Clue style?
Uh-huh.
It's a deadly weapon, is it not?
Absolutely, 100%. And this is not some joke like...
That's Colonel Mustard.
He got mad behind the wheel, so you're going to throw him in jail? No, this person is literally a violent lunatic and should be separated from the rest of polite society. And the more they do this, the more these charges should get longer and longer and longer. What do you think you do with these folks? Let me save that. We'll get back to a little more of it. Maybe there's some more details that will change our minds. We'll do that. We'll do jury duty. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Progressive Insurance.
UCF will kick off their football season tonight when they host New Hampshire. Knights coming off a 6-7 campaign that ended with a loss in the Gasparilla Bowl. Florida running back Montrell Johnson was cleared to play Saturday against number 19 Miami. Johnson had knee surgery early in fall camp. And Caitlin Clark set another WNBA rookie record yesterday, adding the most three-pointers in a season to her assist mark. I'm Scott Davidson.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Well, homeowners, congratulations. You've wandered into the world of homeownership. You now have a little piece of the world that is yours. The problem with this is there's no landlord to yell out other than yourself when something breaks. And now you've got to find the people to help you fix all of it. So if you're like me, what you do is you start looking for people who you can trust. People who will come over and do work and do great work and also be very fair about their pricing. And then you keep them around. You keep them on, as it might be said. And in my case, I usually keep a drawer with a whole bunch of business cards of these people. And next time I need help, I reach out to them. For my air conditioning, it is always Mills Air. Why? They're the best, number one. Their techs can service any brand of AC out there. There's no way that they're going to show up to your house and not know what's going on. They're so familiar and so experienced, they're going to be able to get you sorted out and fixed. So just be at ease with at least knowing that. And number two, when they show up and fix things, they're not going to overcharge you. They're going to treat you right, and they're going to be fair with you. And that's why I love Mills Air. That's why they help me out when I have any issues with my AC. So if that AC is not blowing as cold as it used to, lean over to Mills Air for some help. They also have preventative maintenance that can save you money and detect an upcoming breakdown. Find it before it happens. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
For decades, the mafia had New York City in a stranglehold. But the murder of Carmine Galante marked the beginning of the end.
It sent the message that we can prosecute these people.
From the minds behind the acclaimed television series, listen to Law and Order: Criminal Justice System on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart Radio app and search Law and Order: Criminal Justice System and start listening.
You hear more and more about identity theft in the news every day. That's because so much of your personal info is out of your control, like your insurance provider that has your Social Security number and your favorite retailer that has your payment details. If they get breached, your information's vulnerable. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code PLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Ends Labor Day. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in term life. Industry rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote today. 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Get a Sleepy's Queen mattress at the lowest price ever, just $89.99. Offer ends Tuesday. In-store pickup only. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm during their Labor Day sale.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is so important your air conditioner works perfectly every time. That's why I suggest a call to our friends at Mills Air. In business since 1992, that's 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. And Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. And you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call today and schedule your appointment. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
Mind with some dispatches before we zip things up on the show today, and we'll see if there's anything else about this Tesla road rage driver that they released. Even though he was sentenced to 5 years, they let this guy out and beeline for the next car he can attack in less than a year. That's less than a fifth of his sentence. That's ridiculous.
Must be nice.
Imagine being somebody who's attacked by this person and just knowing that he's going to do it to somebody else, and you go, this is not how this is supposed to work. We're supposed to keep violent people away from other innocent people.
Yeah.
That dude who tried to fight me on the interstate was exactly like this, just like incredibly hopped up on whatever. And road rage is a whole nother thing. Like, it's hard for me to understand at times. I've said this before on the show that I don't have road rage, and I'm just kind of chill when I'm driving, even if something goes wrong. So I don't connect with it or understand it. Courtney will get upset about things, but she'll get over it.
It's not the point of like trying to run somebody off of the road.
No, never.
Ever.
She would just say something. She'd be like, what a jerk. Or she'd get upset about whoever it was. But this is a whole nother level. Like, this is a mental issue, basically, where this person just explodes in anger and physically attacks people. And that person should be kept away from the rest of society, because you deserve not to get attacked by lunatics. You deserve that much and even a little bit more, I think. We'll go a little deeper in just a second. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty, brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. He's the best of the best. We love him, and he's going to help you out after an accident. He's going to hear your story and fight for you. So many attorneys out there who will pick up the phone, get the ball rolling, and then completely leave you behind. You feel like you're being taken advantage of. You deserve better than that. You deserve Moses DeWitt and the DeWitt Law Firm. So injured on the go, just call Mo, or go to justcallmo.com. All right, let's see if we learn anything else here about this guy. Some of the videos of him just road raging on people are very concerning. And I would imagine that the people who are victims of this guy are not super excited that he's been released.
What does he do for a living? Do we have? I imagine TikTok has already gone to town, right?
I would think so. His name is Nathaniel Radamak, Radimak. That's his name. I don't know what he does because it doesn't say it in the story that I'm looking at. Maybe they mentioned that here.
It's kind of a cool name. Nate Rad.
Nate Rad, but Nate is not rad at all. He's the absolute opposite of that.
Today during a virtual press conference expressing their frustrations with the criminal justice system.
I highly doubt Radamak has learned from his mistakes and will be coming out a changed person after a short time.
We deserve a system that protects and supports victims, not one that allows perpetrators to commit crimes with such little consequence.
True. This is such a problem in some of these bigger cities. We deserve better. You people who pay tax dollars, who live in those cities. She is absolutely right. Why on earth does there seem to be more effort to protect the criminals as opposed to the citizens? Why on earth would that be the case? Why do I care if he spends 5 years behind bars? He's the bad guy. If your policies are protecting the bad guy, your policies are wrong, friend. You need to start over from scratch. That's something that needs to be fixed. We got to roll this one back. Just a little bit more here.
So how is it that Radamak is free after less than a year? A legal expert explaining it's due to overcrowding in California's prisons.
Yeah, right.
If someone commits a violent crime like robbery, murder, rape, something of that nature, they will be kept longer into their sentence.
Dude.
60 to the 80% marker.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I want you to tell everybody who was victimized by this lunatic.
Tell the lady with the black eye.
That lady with the black eye. Tell her that this was not a violent crime. This was not a violent crime because he didn't take it a little further and do something horrific to you afterwards. He didn't try to murder you. Well, I mean, he was in a way trying to kill these people, or at least there's the chance that they could die.
Tell me that he doesn't care whatsoever. If I am on the right Instagram account, it is private.
Mm-hmm.
But it says in the bio, your mom's lover, talk to my crowbar.
Really? No way, right?
How is that any sort of remorse, accountability, learning your lesson? It seems like he's just ready to attack somebody else with his crowbar, is it not?
I don't know if that's real or not, but if it is, holy cow. How does that not show a judge somewhere like this guy doesn't care? He's a chaos agent. He wants to sow discord, and not the good discord, which you can find the link to, the News Junkie Discord over on thenewsjunkie.com. The bad one, chaos and destruction, other bad things. Let's go over to this. A 59-year-old internist, as in a doctor, sold his Florida medical practice back in 2022 to a fellow doc. In recent months, though, this guy has become upset over the business, with the purchaser, Dr. Dylan Dinesh, 32, who runs affiliated health clinics out of Balla's former office in St. Petersburg, Florida. They don't know what they're fighting over, but these two are fighting over something. Investigators allege that the former doctor who ran the place went to the new doctor's office and soaked the front doors in gallons of urine. Literal gallons of urine, they say.
Oh, wow.
On August 17th, a couple of weeks later, he returned to the property again and unleashed another cascade of the rank-smelling liquid. Said him and his vehicle were recorded by surveillance cameras, and they said it soaked the wooden doors, causing irreparable damage, and there's at least thousands of dollars worth of damage done here. This guy's got a different kind of rage. He's got like workplace rage, business rage, just general rage is what he's dealing with. And everybody needs a little bit of a moment, a breather, I think. There's too many people freaking out right now. Let's see if you're freaking out. Let's go over to Frostbite, talking about the Tesla guy.
What's going on, you guys?
Hey.
Happy Thursday. I'm slightly behind on the show right now. You guys are talking about the Tesla road rage person.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but this comes off to me like one of those predatory individuals that goes after soft targets. Please forgive me if this comes off as calloused or offensive or disrespectful, because it's not at all. But it's kind of like the guy that shot up Pulse nightclub years ago. I think this Tesla guy, he's going after people he knows he can get away with doing what he's doing. There's a lot of people that ride around with, pistols and even more than that inside of their cars, fully loaded, safety off, like ready to go at all times. So.
Oh, definitely. I saw a video of this maybe within the last month or so on Only in Dade on the Instagram, where some guy came up to somebody's car and just kind of wrapped the driver's side window of the car with his fist, and the guy just shot him in the throat. So there are a lot of people with guns just waiting, and maybe you're right. Maybe he's just targeting, like maybe he looks at somebody and goes, this person isn't going to have a gun. But you can only guess that so many times before you get it wrong. Somebody just pops you with the thing. And I will not feel sorry for this guy at all when he gets shot. Do not care, will not feel sorry. There's a lot of people that will, after somebody gets shot like that, like, oh, God, I feel so bad for the guy. No, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. That was maybe one of the only things where I was like, I'm okay with Trump's language on this. When he was saying, we shot him like a dog. We killed him like a dog. We don't have to pretend like these people were good just because they're dead. If this guy dies, I don't care at all. He seems like a very, very bad human being.
And I'll write a book. I'm going to write a book. I don't get any credit.
Okay, quick break. When we come back, VRBO seems like a great app. You rent out your house to other people. That is until somebody stays that's not the greatest guest. That is put very mildly, with what this particular person did to their rental unit. What did they do? You're going to hear about it. Details coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers play here. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities have that accident off to the side now on the Greenway northbound near Colonial Drive. The on-ramp from Saxon Boulevard to I-4 westbound, that is partially blocked. Watch out for an earlier accident on Universal Boulevard southbound at Destination Parkway, and the off-ramp is partially blocked from the Beach Line eastbound to John Young Parkway there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Listen up, my friends. Mortgage rates are heading down. Many people have loans in the 7s or even 8% range. And if you're one of them, you should explore the savings for a refinance to lower your payments or get cash out. Get a quote with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguy.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguy.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
You hear more and more about identity theft in the news every day. That's because so much of your personal info is out of your control, like your insurance provider that has your Social Security number and your favorite retailer that has your payment details. If they get breached, your information's vulnerable. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code PLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Ends Labor Day. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hundreds of pre-owned vehicles are closeout priced, all makes and models, during the Labor Day used car closeout at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Plus, get a $500 Visa gift card with purchase through Monday. Come see us or click OrlandoNissan.com. See dealer for details.
Wait, she's posting pics with a dude in Mexico. We just broke up.
If Heineken Silver was a doom-scrolling ex-boyfriend, it would have all the feels. None of the new boyfriend jealousy.
She looks happy. I'm going to message her. Hey, Stace, loved the super cute post with @RideRyan7. Enjoy Mexico. And that ceviche spot from last year. Send pics.
Heineken Silver, world-class light beer. Only 2.9 grams of carbs and 95 calories. All the taste, no bitter endings. Order now at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 and older to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny final expense insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio. 104.1.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
People are freaking out a little bit, I guess, over this Oasis reunion tour, and it's like $600 for some of these tickets. The premium Wembley package for £500, which I think. So what's the update on that? Celia, what's the update on £500 of dollars here? What do we got?
We're still doing Great British pounds.
Yeah, pounds to so it's 600 and
659.
Okay, 659. So $659 for this package here in the U.S. of A. And the Gallagher brothers are selling out all these dates. There's 17 dates, and the UK and Ireland up for grabs. And they said that this is going to be a big-time ticket pre-sale tomorrow when this is going down. Tomorrow. And if you get this, it's there's lots of different packages, but this is the one that's got a fan package, and it's got a pre-show party that is attached to it.
Cool.
That doesn't sound really good.
Or punk rock at all.
I'm trying to what is it that makes it a package that you're going to pay this money for? This much money for? Let me bring this up because it cut off on my story. Everything included. All right, sorry. Hang on.
From Lad Bible?
Yeah. What else do they say is in this? Because my story cuts off before they mentioned it.
They said ticket pre-sale is going to be held Friday, August 30th. That's tomorrow, ahead of Saturday's general sale. All sorts of packages can go for. Standing is going to cost around 150 pounds and above. Seats start as low as 73 pounds. That doesn't sound that bad.
Mm-hmm.
The most premium packages for Wembley, pre-show party and exhibition fan package. That's
all right.
400.
What's this? I need more info about the pre-show party. I don't think you're going to tell us, but
I don't think it's with the guys.
No, they're not doing a meet and greet. The Gallagher brothers aren't hanging out with you. They're there to play Wonderwall and get the hell out. That's what they're doing.
The pre-show party and exhibition fan package, which this is rich. One priority standing ticket. This is for 456 pounds. Ticket to the pre-show party access. Exhibition entry. That's the private Oasis exhibition. Like they're having like a little museum or like a little convention.
Cool.
They're
They're milking this.
Premium collectible item, exclusive merch package, numbered lithograph, and commemorative
what does this mean? This is so vague. A premium collectible item.
A cup.
Okay.
It's a cup.
Yeah. That could mean anything. It could be like a slap bracelet that go, here you are.
For 50 more pounds, you get one premium seated ticket plus all the things that were just listed.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I've heard of more expensive touring tickets, certainly. But these are the ones coming right from the band. This isn't even, they don't even have the ability to go, Ticketmaster is to blame. This is what they're selling flat out. Or can't blame StubHub or the resale markets. This is just from them. That's a lot of money, though. But people would drop it on a concert. You guys are kind of crazy about that. There's a man who has lost his mind. I put this up on See It Now. Let's take a look at this together. He attacked the American Airlines counter with a hammer. He said somebody sold him a fake ticket.
I'm sorry, he got into the airport with the hammer, huh?
He got into the airport with a hammer. He's a Haitian dude. He was at the airport in Santiago, Chile, and he was mad. Somebody sold him a fake ticket, and he wanted to take it out on the American Express people, which, sir, not that this person's using logic, but how does that make any sense? If someone sold you a fake ticket, it isn't the people at the American Airlines counter. They're not the ones who are doing it. Go to the person who ripped you off. American Airlines can't go, all right, we feel bad. We'll take your fake ticket. We'll do that. This is him at this airport. Oh, he's smashing the screens. Oh, he's mad. Guy's got a Batman shirt on and a hammer in his hand. He's just screaming at everybody.
I'm Hammerman.
Now he's going down and smashing all the monitors that they have behind them. I want to put up the audio, but I fear this guy's just cursing crazy.
It's a great way to never fly any airline again.
Yeah, he just smashed all the TVs.
Just a little bit.
Holy cow. It's up on See It Now. Check it out at thenewsjunkie.com. Check it out. I don't know what I said there. The News Junkie. I almost went King of the Hill on you. I apologize for that.
Robert?
Lots of stuff going sideways today. That's just the kind of day that it is.
It makes you want to take a hammer to all the stuff, huh?
No, I couldn't do that. I've wanted to before, but I've learned to be a peaceful man, Sabrina. I've learned to focus.
That's with an asterisk for sure, if there's a transcript.
Kumbaya, very chill. I'm not even convincing myself about this, but I'd like to be that person. Before we get to your dispatches, which may make me chill or may make my head explode, we're going to do this. I got to tell you about a VRBO. Now, I know you guys both, Sabrina and Celine.
It's a stinky place that you can
You've
rent?
done Airbnbs. Have you done a VRBO, vacation rental?
I think I have, but
I'm sorry, he was speaking to me. No. C-Lane, have you?
Wow. I think I have, but I don't think we went through Vrbo. I think it was just a friend's place that they rent out, and they happened to be on Vrbo, but we were just like, hey, let me rent your place.
Yeah. Every once in a while, if you rent your house out, you're going to get a bad tenant. It's going to go that way. I don't know why everybody is amazed every time this happens. It's just the way it's going to go. If you turn your house into a hotel, you're going to find out that somewhere along the lines of 1 out of 10 people are gross weirdos who are going to screw up your toilets, leave a bunch of gross stuff behind.
And that's why a lot of stuff is like expensive. Because,
and fees.
And even that person might screw you over.
Mm-hmm.
That's, it has turned into something, and it hasn't been around for that long, but where it was an awesome idea, and now you've gotten the whole, let's see how it can be ruined by the worst of humans.
That's what they do.
I remember seeing someone going through TikTok, like, don't ever allow more of a stay than like 15 days, because then you get your squatters.
Yep. Right. You don't want to do that.
All the fees, the cameras, and the ability to verify before giving any sort of lockbox code.
Could you be a squatter? Could you become a squatter by like use Airbnb to lock that down?
People have tried. Yes, that's exactly what she's talking about.
Wouldn't the host be able to use the Airbnb transaction as proof that the person doesn't live there?
I guess so, but they might also do the thing that they always do where they show you a piece of paper and they say, look, we entered into a rental agreement, and they made it up. They just lie about it. it's kind of tough because I know we've been hard on Airbnbs before, rightfully so. Sabrina had a bad experience with an Airbnb one time. We were talking about that.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
easy.
And that turned into an even bigger thing a year later.
Oh, did it? Why
yeah.
a year later?
I don't know. The woman that was the nightmare decided to reach out to the bride. And I think we were there January of 2023. And it was like, saw the Google review and offered her money to take it down. And then proceeded to go like absolutely crazy on her. Where it was like, no, I'm not going to take it down.
How much money did she offer?
$500. And then
would you have thought about it if it was yours?
No, because those people were really awful.
They
were very awful to my friend.
500 ain't bad. That's a pretty good offer to take down a review. That's not bad at all.
It was very snaky, and it turned into like police got involved.
I would have.
Oh, really?
I would have considered. I would have called Moses and said, Moses, here's what I'd like to do. I would like to take this lady's $500, and then maybe have a friend of mine review her place and say this lady paid my friend $500 to take down the bad review. And so, I mean, Moses might argue that that's not acting in good faith, and so maybe that would be a legal conundrum. Now I want to put this on the Mo list.
But guess what? Do put it on the Mo list because I'm interested in what he would say about that. If you did that, though, C-Lane, this lady that Sabrina's talking about will probably try to kill you. That's the level of insanity I think we're talking about. However, I can see the other side. If you had a subreddit just for people who use VRBO or Airbnb to rent out places, you're going to have lots of horror stories about the terrible people who have these places they're Airbnb-ing. But if you have a subreddit on reddit.com where it's all people who are the renters, who it's their places that they're renting out to people, they have their own set of horror stories. And people are talking about guests clogging the sinks in the house with pizza and clogging up all the toilets.
That's a waste of pizza.
Because if I take the money and then I say, Sean, leave this review and tell everybody that that I had a bad time there, or maybe just tell them that I was paid $500 to take down a review. You haven't said anything false, so she can't sue you for any sort of libel. It's libel when it's written, right?
Yeah.
Slander when it's spoken?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think libel, library, books, written.
Yeah, I think you're right, but it would be interesting to see. Why you would have to make like an agreement. You have to enter into a contract with her, and if she put in the contract like no other review can go up about my establishment from.
But that's the thing. If I don't enter in a contract with her, these are just emails. Then all I'm really agreeing to do is what you said in the email.
I'm not saying this lady's nice. I'm not defending her in the slightest, but I am saying if she was real about it, $500 is a good offer to remove a negative review.
Yeah.
And it almost makes me think a business model of just always leaving negative reviews could really pay off if there's more people doing this
The
stuff.
negative review happened because of the entire situation, though. Like, it was worth warning people that it was a scam, also called the cops, also threatened legal action on the other end, and then did the whole, we prayed about it, and we've decided to not pursue any legal action.
It's annoying. But
how about $500 to take off the review?
You know why she's offering that $500?
It's her business.
Yeah, that review is crushing her. I think a lot of people are seeing that review. Yeah, I think a lot of people are seeing that review and being like, whoa, hit the brakes.
No one ever goes to her place. It was terrible.
What if she came back with $1,000?
Okay, we'll talk. I have nothing to do with this.
And I know it's not you, but if it was you,
$2,000.
That's a lot. I would think about taking it down. I agree with you, though. Sometimes it's better just to take the hit, don't get the money, and warn more people from falling into the damn trap. Okay, we are going to take a quick break. When we return, what is your dog dreaming about? I didn't think we'd discuss this today.
Sweet Carl.
But we truly are. What's going on in Carl's little brain? And I don't say that to insult Carl's intelligence.
No,
he just has
tiny
a
dog, yeah.
tiny head. Like the idea that his brain would be very big would just be impossible. There's not enough room in there. And he's dreaming about stuff, as are probably your dogs. But what are they dreaming about? The folks from MIT have weighed in. They have big brains. They seem to know. And we're going to talk about it. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
The traffic lights are working incorrectly where State Road 46 meets Mellonville Avenue. There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here. The off-ramp from the Beach Line eastbound to John Young Parkway, that is partially blocked due to an accident. Watch out for an accident off to the side now on the Greenway northbound near Colonial Drive. An earlier accident on International Parkway at Wilson Road causing commotion. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1, sponsored by FloridaJobsNow.com, coming Wednesday, September 18th.
If you're looking for an opportunity to make a difference in your life and the lives of others, if you want to make an impact on your community, on the world around you, the VA is a place to be. Not only is it a place to be, it's a place that needs you.
Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before while you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
For decades, the mafia had New York City in a stranglehold, but the murder of Carmine Galante marked the beginning of the end.
It sent the message that we can prosecute these people.
From the minds behind the acclaimed television series, listen to Law and Order: Criminal Justice System on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart Radio app and search Law and Order: Criminal Justice System and start listening.
Hey there, Russ for Zero Res. Get your carpets and tile clean without sticky, soapy, chemical residue left behind. This month, get 15% off tile and grout cleaning. Visit OrlandoZeroRes.com for Zero Res. Spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey. Shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Summer doesn't have to end. At Myrtle Beach, you can hold on to that sweet summer feeling a little bit longer. iHeartMedia is giving away a trip for a family of 4 to extend their summer a little bit longer at Myrtle Beach. Go to iHeart.com/visit Myrtle Beach to enter.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Between the lines.
Far beyond legal and ethical limits.
And under the surface.
Too dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We have officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events.
Is somebody messing with us?
Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Real Radio 104.1.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
MIT about what your dog is dreaming about. I was surprised to see that this morning. I'll tell you why. That's coming up in just a moment. But there was a back and forth about this upcoming debate on ABC between Trump and Kamala Harris, right? And Kamala Harris's campaign kept trying to push this thing like Trump was scared and he wanted to have the mics muted, and maybe they didn't. And then as of yesterday, it was pretty clear that everybody was agreeing we'll just go by the same rules that CNN did, and that's what we'll roll ahead with. And in fact, this journalist here, Hottest Gold, who is from CNN, says the Harris campaign says they've been asked to let it go on the mic so that the debate can go on, but they don't seem to be doing that. Per a formal list of debate rules ABC sent out, mics would be muted and largely mirror the CNN rules. But the campaign manager for Kamala Harris says, update, our latest understanding is that even though Trump said Monday he would be fine with an unmuted mic, his handlers don't trust him to spar live with VP Harris and are asking ABC to ignore Trump's comments and keep the mics muted, or else they will back out of the debate for a third time.
That's what his handlers are saying?
This is what Kamala's campaign is saying, and I think I know what's going on here. We've been asked to accede to Trump's handlers' wishes on this point for the sake of preserving the debate. We find the Trump's team's stance to be weak and remain in discussions with ABC on the final rules. This is all made up, Bill. This is all phony. They want to get a point across here, and they're trying to do it with the debate and the muting of these mics. Like Trump is scared to debate Vice President Kamala Harris. Does anybody believe for a second that Trump or even like his handlers that he's scared to debate VP Kamala Harris? I'll ask you another question first, and that is, it doesn't even really matter if you think that he'll do good or bad at the debate. This isn't having a question. It doesn't matter if you think that he'll do good or bad at debate. Do you think that he actually is scared of this? I don't think he's scared for a second.
No,
I don't think his handlers are scared.
Yeah, I think it's a strange thing. Maybe scared is the wrong word. Or like, do they want it to be chaotic? Is he going to do the screaming and talking over or walking behind her while she's speaking that makes it, I don't know, an S show?
No, I feel like this is one-sided, what's happening here. I feel like Kamala Harris's campaign...
Have they commented on it? On this statement?
Who?
Trump's side.
They said yesterday that they agreed to the debate rules and the microphones would be muted like they would on CNN. Or he said he didn't care. He doesn't really care either way.
So
but
weird.
It feels like Kamala's campaign is trying to make it like Trump is scared of her. What a weird strategy. What's the benefit there to say that Trump is scared of Vice President Harris? If you say that and then he goes out there and he does a decent job, then what did you just accomplish there? That doesn't make any sense at all. And if you would just shut up and let the debate happen, people can watch and see if she has a good enough grasp on the topics, and then she'll be able to do well. It's kind of trying to take the aggressive stance and be like, Kamala Harris is kicking so much ass. Trump is literally shaken, scared of her. Trump doesn't have it in him to be scared of this. He doesn't think for a second she's going to beat him, even if she could. He's not thinking that in his head.
We don't need this, like, announcement of who's scared or possibly scared of anything. Like, let the debate happen. Is this a UFC fight? Like, I don't understand. Like, everyone's going to be watching it. Whoever cares to watch it already plans to watch it. Are you trying to get more viewers? I don't understand the point of the back and forth about the muted and not muted or who's scared and not scared. Like, it has already been determined. Everyone's going to be there. That's going to be part of the debate. So let's move forward and watch the debate.
Yeah, I think you're missing what's happening here. The guy who's complaining about this repeatedly is Kamala Harris's campaign lead.
No, and I'm saying, why do we have to keep even her team? Why are we making statements like this? Just let the debate happen.
Other than the fact that they're going to continue to make it like Trump's trying to back out of this debate and that Trump is scared. But I just don't think people are going to buy that. That seems like a weird strategy. That is a bad idea, actually. But here they are. So they're going to make some mistakes along the way. I don't know who this guy is. Brian Fallon is the person who's sending this out.
Oh, it's Josh's cousin.
Harris for president, former U.S.
Jimmy's
Senate, Justice Department, Clinton campaign, demand justice. He's got a lot of followers on Twitter. He's one of the people running Kamala Harris's campaign. Okay, well, we'll see what happens with that. I'm not buying that story. I think that sounds a little dumb. Over to MIT. They are very smart people, very big brains, very intelligent people at MIT.
A lot of intelligent people.
So
the smartest, some say.
They've been doing some work on animals and dreaming. I like this. I think this is good. It can lead into this whole thing where...
Wait on the cancer stuff.
Well, look, there's plenty of people focused on that, too. It's just a lot harder. The dream stuff, they put together an experiment. They use rats, because they use rats for, like, everything, mice. And in this experiment...
I think it's because rats are gross. Nobody cares about them. If you ask, like a average, middle-aged Midwest housewife... we want to experiment on puppies. They'd be like, no! What about rats? Absolutely!
You kidding me? Remember where that story came out about the NIH and Fauci running tests on the beagles? People reacted to that in seconds. They're, what's happening? You're testing on beagles? No! And then you test on mice and I don't care about mice. I don't care that much about them.
I kind of feel bad for all of them.
Well, the mice are getting tortured out there.
Ask a New Yorker if they care about testing on rats.
They don't give a damn. MIT conducted a survey by recording rats as they slept. What a weird gig. Observing that their unique brain activity while sleeping closely correlated with memories of running or standing still. This work, according to MIT researchers, proves that animals can recreate experiences in dream states. Dogs probably dream about their owners and interacting with other dogs and with people that they enjoy, says one of the veterinarians who was involved in the test. And they go further into like what all of this means. If you're running a research study that wants to know whether or not dogs dream, you could just shut that down because they absolutely do. I mean, I've seen it a million times.
Or they're running. I mean,
their legs will be moving sometimes.
Even I've seen the cats they're dreaming hard and it's like tiny little meows. Carl has not done the running dream, but he has barked his ass off. Much as he is doing it awake all the time. Found a new trigger for him.
What's that? The other one was the trash guy, right?
Trash guy, but that makes him scared. As far as like a full-blown bark, I'm protecting, or I want to let you know that I am the alpha here. It is porcelain bowls.
Oh, that's an interesting one to go after.
Out of nowhere, I was like, I don't understand how this works, so let's add that to the list of Scotch tape, electric lighters, and...
Wait. You're talking about the kind that make the little arc?
Like
for candles?
Like it sounds like a taser, but it's the taser sound of it, but not as loud.
Yeah. Lexi hates that too.
Scotch tape, the bubble wrap, and the Dyson vacuum. Any regular vacuum, fine. The Dyson vacuum, and what was one that was also strange? Oh, like any barking on TV.
Lexi also really hated. We got a juicer, and whenever we turned it on, Lexi would
hates the juicer.
Cower.
I mean, it just drives me insane.
But you can see if you got your little dog laying next to you on the couch and you'll hear him like, they start making little noises and stuff. It's adorable, actually. And Lady will do it. And in her dreams, Lady will be like crying and scared of something. And I'll think about it. I'll be like, what is it that she's afraid of? What's going on inside her little head? That I would like to see.
It's probably you. Cookie.
Cookie. That's not a bad one. She would love that. Although she looks at me like I'm so dumb sometimes. I've never seen a dog look at somebody.
She learned that from me.
Woo, buddy. I make her do tricks to get the dog cookies. These aren't Oreos, I'll restate. This is just treats meant for dogs. And she gets one if she's good. She knows exactly when she gets it.
I think dogs can eat Oreos, though. Aren't those vegan? Like,
I don't know. There's no chocolate in an Oreo? I would have thought I had chocolate.
No, there's chocolate, but they are vegan.
Yeah, we feed her these ones that are made for dogs. They have carob in them. I think CAROB is in them.
I love that band.
And so she goes over by the carpet, and I make her sit down, and then she has to spin to the left, and then she has to sit down again, spin to the right, then she has to sit down again, and then she has to lay down.
Damn circus.
Yeah,
she does. Cookie.
She does a whole bunch of tricks, and each day she gets better at them. She's learning a military crawl right now that we're working on, and. This is what I do at night, by the way. This is me at 11 o'clock.
These are non-drinking days.
Okay. May I suggest drinking again?
I'm basically the guy from Best in Show who has the two left shoes on at one point in time. Oh God, what's his name? He's in Schitt's Creek as well. You know what I'm talking about?
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy. I'm basically Eugene Levy every single night.
Is in the new season of Only Murders in the Building.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll check back into that, actually. I like him. I think that's good. But we have her do all these tricks, and then while I'm doing the tricks, sometimes I'll make her sit for longer, and she'll look at me, and she'll look at Courtney, and she'll look at me. And I can see in her eyes, like she thinks I'm 100% the dumbest person in the room.
God love the terrier.
Looking over at me like, I hate this idiot. Courtney, get the cookie away from him. You have to just give it to me right now. She does not like
God,
it. But
if the tables turn for some reason, and she is now making you do all the tricks.
Yep.
Cookie or whiskey shot, huh?
Yeah, I'd do it.
That. No, you wouldn't.
Yes,
crawl?
I would.
Do it right now.
I'm not doing an army crawl now, but I would if I had to get a shot of whiskey every once in a while. There is a new movie.
Sean, you good, man?
That's on the way to theaters. Hey, I got problems
army
today.
Crawl for a shot of whiskey.
I'll do right now. I would do it. It's we're narrowing down the problems.
Okay.
I think there's only 3 remaining problems, but once all the problems are ironed out, my world will be good again. We saw a trailer for a movie that's coming out pretty soon. I think in December it's coming out. It's yet another, you're not going to be very surprised by this, A24 movie, because
they're killing it, man.
Blumhouse and A24 are friggin' everywhere with movies. Like half the movies seem to be by those 2 outlets. And what this is a movie called Y2K. And I don't know if either of you have seen the trailer for this.
I've not seen the trailer, but I definitely heard about it.
It's got some people you know. It's got Alicia Silverstone. You know her.
She's alive after picking up that random fruit from the ground?
For now, just barely. She's hanging on. Fred Durst is in this.
What?
Rachel Ziegler, and I know her from something, and it's the directorial debut of Kyle Mooney. And what I like about it is this movie is Y2K, and it's about what if what we thought was going to happen actually did happen on Y2K.
They haven't done a movie like that yet?
I haven't seen one.
That's
if they have. But for actual Y2K, nothing happened. There was nothing exciting that went down, even though there was fear.
The chaos, man.
Oh, they were warning us for months and months and months and months. Y2K, it's going to be pandemonium. And then nothing happened. And in this movie, the difference is all hell does break loose. And I thought it looked kind of good. It looks really funny. And there's a couple of people, like, I don't even know that Alicia Silverstone has been in that much stuff. Tim Heidecker is in it. You probably know him. A lot of different people are going to pop up in that one. And it's the first time in a little while that I think a comedy movie will be making its way to the theaters. So let's see if that gets the support it deserves.
Oh, right, have you watched Bottoms yet?
No. I don't think I've heard of Bottoms.
Bottoms is on Prime Video, and it's like a high school comedy, but it's been around for a minute. But I watched it last night, and I got to tell you, it's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time and extremely underrated. Like, that incoming movie was funny, had some funny moments. But I feel like Bottoms could have gotten the hype that incoming did. And there's way less poop, Sean.
I recognize this cover for Bottoms, but I don't think I actually ever saw this. I don't know.
It was great. Loved it.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break.
Just a little fun fact about me. What I did last night.
When we come back, we are going to do the final dispatches, of course. The stories that didn't make the cut. And Taylor to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
All aboard for Real Yacht Rock Weekends. Every weekend this summer on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. For today, we'll top out at 93 degrees. It'll feel like 105 with the heat index. There's a 40% chance for a shower or storm. Most of the action between 2 and 5 p.m. and most of the rain west of Orlando, just west of Orlando. But keep an eye to the sky for the lightning. We're also tracking the tropics for next week after Labor Day for some action developing. We'll have to monitor it carefully. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by True Green. If you want a great-looking lawn next spring, now is the perfect time to get started, and nobody makes it easier or more affordable to get a green, healthy lawn than True Green. Sign up today for an annual plan and get 50% off one application. Visit TrueGreen.com today. Restrictions apply.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South offers volume discounts for homeowners. The more you buy, the more you save. Our discounts start at the fourth window, and from there, the savings grow. New South can do this because we own our factory, and that's the power of Factory Direct. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
We all think about buying a house instead of renting, right? But did you ever realize you're renting your electricity every single month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching prices rise every year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? I started with my pool heater going solar, and now I'm thrilled with Solar Source's pay-as-you-go system where I can save each month starting at only $99. Now, Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984 and over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They are the company I trust. Are you ready to stop renting your electricity? Switch to Solar Source today and start owning your own power. Switch to Solar Source today by going to solarsource.com/monster. Honestly, going Solar Source has been the best thing we've done all year. I absolutely love the company, and you save more money when you tell them you know Russ Rollins. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
In today's Marketers Report, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, weighs in on audio's ability to reach any audience.
everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. So it's a great way to take something very precise in what we're trying to do to reach patients with something that I think we can all agree is somewhat broad in reaching many, many different audiences.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in term life. Industry rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote today. 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
I'm John Morgan, and I'm asking you to stand with me and vote yes on Amendment 3. Amendment 3 will be on your ballot in November, and it will allow adults to possess or safely use marijuana. And that's a very good thing. Amendment 3 will put an end to bad laws that not only cost us millions in law enforcement dollars, but also cost thousands of Floridians their freedom. Nearly 250 years ago, our nation declared our independence. Now it's time for us to declare our independence from laws that demand jail time for simply having or consuming marijuana. Our system of treating adults who consume marijuana as criminals is madness. Join me, John Morgan, in supporting our own Declaration of Independence and vote for the people and vote yes on Amendment 3.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Ends Labor Day. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, and you're having a good time.
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu. iHeartRadio, let's go! Get tickets now at AXS.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
That didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday.
Good times.
Yeah.
You sweating?
We did it. We somehow made it to the end. Yeah. What are you sweating for over there? Everything good? All good?
Minor issue with some equipment.
What's going on today? It's just in the air. Everything was normal yesterday.
See, I decided to do a little test because there's something I'm trying to accomplish that I go, what if I just unplugged this for the show and saw how that went?
Mm-hmm.
I've done that before.
And then it was one of those plugs that's got the little screws in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Screws. So I got a really tiny little screwdriver. Worked it out there. And it took like the whole thing, like the whole bracket that keeps the plug together off, and so when I tried to plug it back in, it just pushed the plug into the box. So
It's not good.
That's a manufacturer's not nice move.
Yeah. So then now I'm having to get more screwdrivers and take apart the box. And
have you run into any engineers?
Still?
No. It's over now. It's all good. Everything's back to normal.
All right. Okay. So that's checked off. That's fixed.
It's so much. I wouldn't be saying it on the air right now if things were back to normal. I already told Jack about it.
I know. I saw you disappear in the last segment. So Bruno goes, he's freaking out. He's freaking out about something.
I was back there.
There was a lot behind me.
I was back there in the rack behind Sabrina over her right shoulder, and I was putting stuff back together on one side, and on the other, on top of one of those devices, one of the network switches, was my phone with the cameras on it, just switching back and forth between the two of you.
I was wondering how that was working.
All right, let's see what we got here on the way out. We did it,
good
folks.
For you, man.
We made it through. Tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, and nobody emails about HOA. It says, I have no idea why anybody would want to live in an HOA neighborhood. I've always hated them. I don't need anybody to tell me what color my house should be or what color my doors should be. Some old lady was offended by her neighbors parking their vehicle outside their house and had both the state trooper and Seminole County Sheriff's vehicle be banned from parking there because she was offended. The HOA then told the officers they were not allowed to park in front of their house anymore because vehicles were commercial. I couldn't even believe when the state trooper told me that. So much for a so-called free country. So many little rules.
How is it legal, honestly?
Death by 1,000 cuts with little rules here and little rules there. Bradley emails, and he says, you should have called that last emailer dumb. Which one? Oh, about unrealized gains. How can anybody think it's a good idea, even if it stopped at the 0.01%? They will pull their money out of the U.S. stock market because it would be a horrible investment at that point, which could completely crash our stock market. Therein lies the fears. It's a way to placate to a small group of people who are really much about like bash the rich, ban all billionaires, and those kind of people want to hear these things. So like so many other things, campaign promises, take them with a grain of salt. A lot of this stuff is fantasy land. That's what I said yesterday. I'm just trying to sort what they say they're going to do with what they are going to do. That's the tough thing to do right now. Last but not least, from Rick to tipsathenewsjunkie.com. I would love to have your review on a book I wrote, he says. It's not super long, but you'll be able to do it as a quick read. I think you will all like it. I'm pretty sure it's a great way to start dialogue and maybe even give you some topics. It's free right now and it was on Kindle. Of course, I'd prefer if you bought it, but I really just want you guys to review it. Here's the link. Also, big fan. My wife and I are listening to you right now. That's why I thought of sending you this link. I guess the book is called My Name is Richard, I Am an American. And he sends this across. Richard, I will not be reading your book. I apologize profusely. I don't really mean it.
You say quick read in what sense? Like for people that read all the time?
I don't have time. I don't have time to read Richard's book.
You said you were going to read it one book a month. Was that?
I've been working on it. I have read 3 books, I think, so far this year. So I'm not at the one book a month thing. And the book that I've been trying to finish reading right now, which I like, it's good. It keeps my mind busy when I have any downtime. I've been too busy to get to it. No, I'm reading the Michael Crichton, the new Michael Crichton book with James Patterson.
How's there a new Michael Crichton book?
His widow found like 2/3 of a book about a volcano accident.
Oh, is that right?
And then James Patterson wrote the rest of it. And it's one of those things. James Patterson, that's his name, right? He puts his name massive on every book that he does. And so does Michael Crichton. So like the front of the book is just gigantic names, massive names from both of the guys. I really want you to know who they are. So no, I haven't had time to even read that. I've been so busy. And then I only stop at night, which I stop working at some point. And I got my dog training that goes on a little bit later on, as you heard earlier.
What are you guys going to do today? Flip?
No, today I have to fix all the stuff that's gone sideways.
Sure.
That is going to go on for a while. I'm going to try to do a video after the show or maybe a short stream at some point in time to get a video from that if I can. I have to work on the website a bit more with the developers.
I'm just doing a casual thing. I don't need to see your to-do list.
No, I've got more. I don't have enough time.
For Italy in a week, which I just
nice.
realized this morning. It's nice.
That sounds fun.
Am I prepared? No.
What do you need to prepare?
I need to pack and get clothes and make.
You don't need to pack now.
I need to make sure I have everything. It's not. I'm at the point now where I order today, or I've got to go shopping.
Let's see. First question: do you have your passport?
Yeah.
Is your passport still good and not going to expire throughout the duration of your trip?
Yes.
Then you're good. You're good. Everything else you do the day before.
I'm going to a wedding.
Okay.
So this is where you and I are different. You have your go-to wedding tux.
Okay, but it doesn't take you a week to pack your bags, I would hope.
No, but I have to purchase items. For example, I got myself a travel steamer today.
Oh, you're steaming. Okay.
I've got a steam. See how boring it is?
We're mixing it up at the end.
To-dos?
All right, here's what we're going to do.
See why it's gone again.
Well, I thought he fixed the thing. Why did he wander away again?
I think he just left the building. Like, he's not even in the room behind me.
I don't see him either.
See, Lane?
Maybe he's been working on stuff so long he had to go to the bathroom. And now he's like, all right.
Or maybe he broke it so bad he needs to leave the building immediately.
Could be.
Oh, there he is. Hey, you.
We don't have time for dispatches. We'll go into the stories that didn't make the cut. It's brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
That's right. You hear how out of breath I am right now?
Perfect time to throw it.
That's what happens when you move yourself. Don't do it. It's a waste of your efforts. It's a waste of your sanity. You want to forget the stress? Move with the best. Our friends at Cento Family Moving and Storage, CentoMoving.com, CENTO moving.com.
You got to a certain note there for a second. Okay, quick break. Oh, no.
No, that's not how we do it.
Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
It's fine.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
She read my text, didn't she?
What?
Oh, no. I didn't read your text.
Oh, I really have
to. That's what I figured. Yeah. All right. By the way, somebody says go over by 1 minute. No.
Come on.
Today I Learned for Thursday, August 29th, 2024. Today I Learned Johnny Depp was the first person to hear this band. Glass
Animals.
That's right, Glass Animals, not Glass Onion. The #1 Billboard hit Heat Waves. The lead singer Dave Bailey was writing it late at night in the London studio when Depp, working on another studio, snuck in and said, "What are you working on?" He heard this track and Johnny Depp said, that's going to be a hit right there.
I know, because actor Johnny Depp says so.
Today, in 2021, a single deli in New Jersey that was publicly traded managed to achieve a market capitalization of $100 million despite only doing $35,000 in sales. That's strange. The deli's largest shareholder was the wrestling coach of the high school next door, HWIN, Hometown International. Just one deli, once worth a lot. Today I learned this band right here.
Counting Crows.
Oh, no. Sister.
Oh, Hazel. Oh, damn.
That's right. Sister Hazel. The band Sister Hazel was named after a missionary in Gainesville who ran a homeless shelter. They said she was the sweetest lady they knew back in 1994 when their debut album was released. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow.